Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Hope everybody had a fabulous weekend. Has anyone seen Butter lately? I feel that I have, Shauna, but now you're making me wonder if I have. Oh, the Wandering Sub. You want somebody to clip it, huh? You know our girl came through. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, I broke into my kid's room. He's still sleeping because it's a holiday and he has off. So I'm going to try to be quiet, but we all know me being quiet is impossible. Just happen to be a loud talker. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me start this off for my girl, the Wandering Sub, because I just seen it too and it was hysterical.
All right, here's a funny story. Ellen DeGeneres, she's a friend of mine, and she's got a cute.
Holy shit! I just so gross. I just spit my drink all over. Ellen DeGeneres is a friend of his. Why didn't you guys warn me that was gonna fucking happen? Oh my god, that's what I get for blind reacting. This shit's all over my phone. It's crazy. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Alan Shitters is a friend of mine. I wonder if his friends know their friends. You know what I mean? I wonder. I wonder if his friends know. Oh, very, very interesting. Good to know. Go give Hartley some love on that one. It looks like it ends, and then he comes back and talk about his lineup, people that are going to be on his panel. You have to hear the lineup. Um, I did not see that, but I did hear that I'm friends with Tom Hardy. He just doesn't know, right? Ellen DeGeneres. I think he said degenerate, but I don't know. I wonder if Ellen knows. That's what I'm saying. Wasn't Ellen like canceled? Ah, I got to react to the lineup. We'll get there. Hey, Fibro. Um, it didn't take long to see motives though, and I told y'all there's a motive for this, and it's disheartening to hear that some people are falling for it. The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. You know, I'm Kino's secret lover. Casey Anthony, Joe. Oh, Baez the attorney, maybe Miley Cyrus. Okay. Yet so far, all he could get was Bruce Castor. Right, screenshot this. That I'm pretty sure she was like canceled. And ran. It is a setup, Chai. Absolutely a setup. Break it down for you, Gary. I think I will. Thank you, Lee. I sometimes I feel better and then it comes back. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but they're saying it's a new strain of the flu and it's yeah, it's impossible. Opinionated. Good morning. Speaking of Casey Anthony, do any of you recall when Brittany Jackson used to run around calling me Casey Anthony? Sylvester Stallone date and time to be announced. He posted on X. So I don't think if you I'm wondering how many of you have caught on to what I've caught on to. Um yeah, I don't know. A lot of people were being unsubscribed low key. A lot of people were emailing me saying that hold on 1 second. I'll see if I can. Yeah, some people emailed me and they're like, Granny is saying I'm unsubscribed to you, but I've been a member and blah blah blah. So I don't know. It is weird. Hey Tara. 2 days in a row. She called me Casey Anthony. Yes, that was their big insult for me. They ran around calling me Casey Anthony, which was quite ironic. Nonetheless, yes, she sure did. YouTube that did that last week only for subs and chat. That is so weird. Good morning, Bosco. Oh, hey, Amy. Good morning. I hope you had a good weekend, Amy. Something is happening with YouTube, I think. It pops up like that and then shuts off if you wait a minute. It's weird. Big girl for life with the 297. Good morning, it's Alyssa. I said it from the beginning, I think it's a troll, and none of them are fighting set up, in my opinion. So I don't think it's necessarily that, right? Purple Dragon, but I will tell you what I think it is. I think that they know their channels are dead, right? Nick tried to have this big shot attorney panel with, the Bruce Castor and the Joseph Lesniak, and he might have gotten 23 views. I just did that, phonics. I think Nick realized that going at Brittany brought him higher views than he's had in a very long time. I think he is going to ride off of the hate of Brittany. I heard that he was in Queens. I'm quite disgusted by that. The fact that he feels comfortable enough to go into the chats of people. First off, he accused not just myself, but also Queen of running a Rico. But because he's hating Brittany, he feels comfortable enough and apparently was welcomed enough to go into that chat. And right there is the motive. And I've been telling you all, there is an absolute motive. And the motive is to bring traction to his channel. He's going to try to distract from what is happening with the litigation. At the end of the day, this is the man who flipped a missing child's case upside down. And quite frankly, my life, right? Him being in there was only to piss off Barbecue. Maybe it was Missy Lou, but it pissed me off too. So I can see him only being somewhere to piss somebody off. Absolutely. Because the guy's a troll. He's a con. Like I said the other day, he's very good at making people forget what a con he is, but he's a con. He argued with Barbecue. I didn't see it. I was just told about it. I agree, Tara, getting on the hate bandwagon. Right. To be fair, B. Tim told him to go there to talk to him, but B. Tim wasn't there at that time. So how's that being fair? I mean, how does that make sense then if B. Tim wasn't even there? Winnie with the 18 months. Hello. Been a lot longer. Sure has. We have our own hello to each other. Thank you, Chaos, for being a member for 13 months. Lucky says, been hiding in the melon patch for 1 year. Woohoo. Thank you, Lucky. Oh, Snap Ginger with the year as well. Holy shit. Thank you, guys. We got FM Redacted. Love you, Granny, with the 13 months. And Mama Michelle, cheering you on, GW, proud member for 15 months. Thank you. Yeah, B. Tim had left by that. He went in there to troll. He went in there to do what he does, right? He went in there to bring attention to himself. If anybody truly believes that Nick is doing anything other than trying to bring relevancy to himself, you'd be wrong. That's why he's doing another BJ special tonight, part 2 with receipts and documentation, especially when he said he would edit the first one and didn't. Right, because it's the most views and attention he's gotten in a long time. We've all been ignoring him. And yeah, that he knows what he's doing. Nick's speech and showing up in Queen's channel was all an attention grab to seem relevant. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Reality seemed more upset about it than BJ was. I found that strange. He was trying to be all nice and shit in the chat. Barbecue hopped up and started talking shit to him. And I'm like, oh, the piece of shit block. Thank you. Have for over a year and that won't change. Fuck Nick. He's a joke. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you. Auburn, welcome back. Thank you so much. I get the whole B. Tim asked him to debate him there, but B. Tim wasn't on panel. Nick didn't go on panel debate. Nick was in the chat. So there's a, get what you're saying, but disagree. Can your lawyers put in to the DA to bring perjury charges against her? Oh, things will be handled, yes. Exactly. Nick is a creep, and any attention given to him is a waste of time. Will probably bite you in the ass later somehow. Yeah, same, Hartley. I called him straight out. Fuck him and his band of idiots. He ain't about to play in my motherfucking face. That's how I felt. Like, all of a sudden, because he's calling out Brittany or he's calling out this person or that person, like, we're going to pretend this guy's a half-decent guy? Or, like, that anybody cares to hear what he has to say? I don't know. It just, Ugh. That's all I can say is ugh. I said, as much you're gonna look the other way after what he's done to you and barbecue. Thank you, Clue, for caring. I really do appreciate that. Did y'all see Reality last night? She does the same substance that Brittany does, my opinion, because Brittany had to kill the camera because Reality was nodding off immediately. Anybody clip it? You think he went in so where we get back to BJ added fuel to the fire? Um, maybe, but I hate to, and maybe this is just me, right? And no disrespect to you, honeybee. I get what you're saying. I'm not directing this at you. But this stopped being just YouTube drama when it impacted my real life, right? So while everybody can see things as just entertainment or YouTube drama, or maybe Nick going on panel would bring a few views and everybody be rah ha ha ha. This guy literally flipped my life upside down in the neighborhood where I fucking live. Okay. This guy literally ruined awareness for a missing child. This guy framed a government employee. He framed his own neighbor. Like, this guy is not somebody I personally give a fuck to hear anything he has to say, let alone be amused by his sad attempt to grab relevancy and somehow slither his way into the community that he flipped upside down. And I find it real rich that people were saying, "How do you feel about Jay?" But then people are just gonna be like, "Oh, well, it's no big deal. You know, he can come on in." Good morning, Clue.
Good morning.
Girl, my feelings were hurt. I'm not even gonna lie.
I just think it's crazy. Like, this dude is like, he's a clown.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he's a
And
troll. He's a
like,
troll. He's a master troll.
agreed. I mean, he's blocked in my chat. Like, I've had him blocked since he came in there that first time. And yeah, I won't be unblocking him. I don't
Right?
care if you don't like BJ either. You know what
That's
I
what
mean?
that's what I'm
The only
saying.
thing I
Like,
do wish is that you would, Big Teeth, I would leave her holding the bill, but that's, you know what I mean.
well, she is left holding the bill. He is. Um, I mean, that's exactly what they've been setting her up for. He might be interested. Nick may have broken rules. Did you turn in? Absolutely. I sent that to my attorney the moment the comments were made. And then Nick did me one better and he uploaded it as a video on his own channel. Yes, absolutely. My attorney has that because, again, this is surpassed YouTube drama. Like, this much more than YouTube drama or entertainment at this time. Like, I would never entertain somebody that literally fucks somebody's entire life up and awareness for a missing child. I would never, ever, ever in a million fucking years. I don't give a fuck about any of the excuses. I would never do it.
Yeah. And I mean, I does it shock anybody? Like, is it hilarious that he's like, yeah, you're not answering the phone, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're over here bitching, right? About things that, like, not being able to talk to the attorney or whatever. I do believe that, but I also believe it's because of her own shitty self. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
when
Like,
he
here,
says she sleeps all day, like, ain't no lawyer calling you at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, right?
right.
I agree with that.
But I'll also be honest and say this. I don't believe for 1 minute they even tried to reach out to Brittany to tell her what's going on with the litigation. I believe her when she says they never even try to reach out and she can't get a hold of them. You know
Well, they
why?
don't have to. They
Eh,
don't. She signed a paper that said, I give you complete authority to do whatever it is that you want. Just put my name in it and we'll go. So they don't have to reach out to her,
right.
which was
Well,
wild when she said that the other night. She's like, I do feel like I should have some say in it. Well, then you shouldn't have signed the paper that said you don't have any.
see, I don't feel like that paper is valid, but I will say this. So I get what you're saying, but I also get what she's saying. But this is where it's like, okay, you're again a damn near 40-year-old woman. You're a mother of five, right? If you haven't spoken to this attorney in a year and there have been documents being filed that you're claiming you were unaware of, which means you're not even involved in your own litigation. Why would you raise almost over 10K to get another lawyer to send CDs and then try to take you for an RO and all that instead of getting a lawyer to check the mess you're already in?
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. I do. I that was the dumbest. Well, the stupidest part was not getting a lawyer in the beginning
Right.
to make sure what you were signing into wasn't a joke.
Well, don't forget, she did claim that she got a lawyer in the beginning to read over it, and they assured her she has a really good chance. I'm not saying QB is hanging out with Nick. I'm saying the fact that Nick even thought it was okay for him to appear in Queen's chat is exactly what I just said the other day when I said this guy has a motive. And don't fall for it. His motive is to be seen. This guy has tried desperately to get people's attention. We've all ignored him. And now because he's going at Brittany, suddenly he's appearing in chats and he's doing this and he's doing that. This is all a way to get his fucking attention on his little dinky channel to distract from what's about to happen. It's a big old fucking game that these people are playing.
Yeah,
I don't think he's the only one playing games.
I
I
agree.
don't even.
I'll leave that right there.
And I gotta say this, I can't agree with Granny on the whole mother of five. It's no different than a dude having a baby and then not being in its life and not paying child support. I will say she's a halfway mother to two, but that's just me.
That's very true. And let me clarify because I came in hot because obviously I'm angry to hear that Nick was in any chat that we go in. I'm not calling out Queen for it. I'm calling Nick out for it. That's what I'm calling out for. Before you people run and try to start more shit, like saying the other day, I said Queen doesn't care. I never even
Yeah.
said Queen's name. You people run. Some of you run and start a lot of shit. Think others don't recognize it.
Well, that's like you texted me out of the blue. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that shit had me hot. I'm like, why is it being stated that I was in Jay's chat and I said I have a relationship with Jay? First off, I said I know the relationship I had with Jay. That's what the fuck I said. I don't know why people are trying to make it like, oh, like what? Now I'm on the green team. Ooh, the one that's
Girl,
fucking literally being sued by them. I'm the one with like, get the fuck out of here with the weirdo shit, man.
I had to shut that shit down yesterday quick because I was like, that was even before you texted me. I was like, look, Grady is a grown ass woman. She can handle herself. And then I finally just made a blanket statement. I was like, don't be bringing no fucking drama into this Discord. I will shut this motherfucker down faster than my fat ass can fall on the ground. Don't try me. Don't test me.
I appreciate that. I really do. And I don't think people realize that, again, as I stated saying when I started this, some things are a little bit bigger than YouTube entertainment. Unfortunately, you know.
Good morning.
Good morning, nonsense.
Good morning, you troublemakers. I just wanted to pop up right quick and remind people, Nick the Hat Soul Intent. Let's take you back to, what was it, September, November, somewhere in there when he said Sebastian Rogers is like the Capitol and this case is like a digital insurrection. He
Yep.
has done nothing but try to stir up bullshit the entire time at the expense of Jess's sanity, other people's sanity, the parents of missing children. If anybody entertains this guy, I mean, on you, but his sole purpose is to ride the wave of the Britney bullshit because he wants attention and he's going to get it any way he can. They're coming up on the 2-year anniversary. He wants eyes on their shit so they can play the games that they've been playing all along. Watch and wait. He does it every time. Nothing should be shocking here to anybody. It's 6-month anniversary. They did stuff every time.
Well,
You
he's
can
a paid
clock it.
agitator.
Yeah.
I think people are forgetting now, and this is what I was saying the other day when people are saying, "How do you feel about Jay supposedly talking to him?" And I said, like, the guy's good at making himself appear that he's fucking normal, but don't forget, this guy's anything but normal. This guy's literally like an emotional terrorist. I don't even know how else to say it.
Absolutely.
This
That's
guy,
a
he's
great way.
delusional. He's delusional. He thinks he has more
Mhm.
power than he has. The guy sat there and bragged he's friends with Ellen DeGeneres, for fuck's sake. Like, this guy is not attached to reality. And I don't give a fuck if he
Ah,
was calling out my worst enemy on earth. I would never, never, ever befriend up or trust or associate or talk to. I don't give a fuck what Nick has to say.
so
I
I
go
have
ahead.
a different outlook.
Let's hear it.
I don't doubt for 5 seconds. I would not put it past him to actually know Ellen DeGeneres. I just wouldn't. I would never have expected to see a picture of him with Bill Cosby, yet I did, right? So
Well, the only
I'm not
reason he
going to
knows Bill
say,
Cosby, I'll tell you why he knows Bill Cosby, because Bill Cosby is from Philadelphia. And when Bill Cosby was
Right.
accused of all the shit he was accused of, Nick was the only quote unquote media outlet. He does this on purpose to defend Cosby. And then he slithered his way in, him and Lasniak and Bruce Castor being the DA.
I
It's-
agree.
There's a
Yeah.
whole line of reason, like there, like it's slick, like local corruption, in my opinion, shit.
I do agree, but I mean, I've seen people say there's no way that Truth knows Jelly Roll. I know the truth, right? So
At the end of the day, who
it-
gives a fuck
right,
who he knows?
that doesn't matter. But my difference of opinion is I think this is the beginning of the public setup for Nick and them to put all of this in BJ's lap at the end of the day.
I agree that they could be trying to do that. I agree that he could know Ellen. If you need a fixer or handler and involved in some scandals, Hollywood people are involved in a lot of scandals. So
But he
Especially
doesn't-
when what she was accused of is something that a lot of people won't touch, right? I could see him being the low light dirtbag that's like,
yeah,
we can clean this up, you know what I mean? So I just wouldn't put it past him to actually know her. That would not shock me. However, I still think all of this, them coming out, it's the way and the things that he said, right? Like, you can't call an attorney after hours and expect that they're going to talk to you. You can't sleep all day and, expect that you can talk to someone when it's not normal business hours. I think this is possibly the beginning of them setting BJ up to take the fall for this whole thing. They've all shut up. BHB doesn't talk on you or barbecue. They don't do that. Nobody else in the list of plaintiffs, if you will, Julia Valenti doesn't. Nobody but BJ is the one that has still technically been talking about the person that they're going against, which is you and
Right.
barbecue at times. So this could be the beginning of them
But here's the
knowing
problem
from the
with that.
start she wasn't going to shut up.
Here's the problem with that. It's not up to him who gets left holding the bag. It's up to myself and it's up to barbecue who we pursue for the fees. So like even if they everybody already knew Brittany's my main, right? Like no, there's no question about it. Everybody knew that. So Nick didn't have to come out here and say what he said to make Brittany be left holding the bag because she ultimately already was in my book. And then he went in and threw that Julie's the only reason I'm in this, therefore making her a further target. I don't think it has anything to do with making Brittany hold the bag or anything. I think he knows that he fucked up even getting in bed with Brittany. I think he knows that Brittany is a piece of shit. I think he knows that Brittany absolutely did instigate a lot of this. And I think he knows there's a big group of people that strongly dislike Brittany. He said himself that people get in viewers by going at Brittany because, of course, he tries saying because she's talented or whatever the fuck it was. No, he just knows this is going to give uprise to his channel. And then he's going to use it to do what he always does. Like the guy just is seeking attention, in my opinion. But
I think
could be a little bit of all, to be honest.
I think he's using this because they have bullshit planned coming up.
I'd absolutely
really do.
agree.
Unfortunately, at the risk of fucking up more information in a missing child's case, I don't think they even give a shit. And I hate what they've done to you. But everything they've done to you, they've used a missing child to do it. And it's so fucking gross.
Right. Well, Kinsey
Regardless,
says, oh, go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
please.
I was just going to say, regardless of who ends up having to pay, I absolutely think that BJ should probably prepare for that motherfucker to sue her.
That's what I'm saying too.
Because
Because
I absolutely think there will be, he will try to recuperate whatever they get hit with via her if she's not the one that's left holding the bag.
right, and that's absolutely what will happen, right? Like we can choose severally or whatever, and then the other plaintiffs, like if I say I chose Nick, then Nick would have to recoup off his co-plaintiffs.
Yeah, I absolutely see
But
that coming.
there's also this part, right? I hate I hate to even say it, but they could be worried. They could be setting up that Brittany's not able to set up a lawsuit against Lasniak.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see it.
She's not suing him. She's just not. I mean, at the end of the day, the only thing she doesn't have enough drive
Yeah.
to even
Facts.
venture down that road. The only litigation she's ever entered into, one she didn't read and it was free. The second one she lied on, she had somebody send her the damn form and still fucked that up and then didn't show up to court on time with the things that she needed. No, she ain't suing nobody. She's an
Right.
idiot.
She's too lazy to go through with anything.
Right.
Absolutely agree.
I'm gonna
But
hop down, you guys.
thank you,
I got,
Nonsense, for coming up.
I got a crazy freaking puppy with a cactus prod in his mouth. So, but I just don't let anybody forget about that digital insurrection bullshit. Nick has always been Nick. Don't let him fool your people. Okay, bye.
Bye. Kenzie says, I'm curious if they will go after BJ for the perjury in her statement. They can't go after BJ for that because they all committed perjury.
Mhm.
Every single one of them lied under oath. Every single one of them. That would
Yeah.
be up to us to go after them. Somebody said, can I elaborate? I could, but I won't because I'm not going to give Brittany any further free legal advice. She should have used that 10K to either take a break from YouTube or to get an attorney to read the mess that she got herself into. She didn't. She sat outside it. She thought, well, it was free. She thought she was going to ruin my life and turned around. She fucked up her own. So she's going to have to hire an attorney to figure that one out. I'm not doing
Craig
it.
said one thing,
What do you
and
say?
it was the other day. We're not going to PA or Pennsylvania.
Yep.
We're not going anywhere unless it's mandated.
Yep. And you will be, he will, they will be, she will be mandated. She will be mandated. Well, I also love the fact that Craigie over there, and I wonder if Nick heard that, Craigie over there saying how he does have money for lawyers.
Yeah. I think it's
Huh.
bullshit, but he definitely does say that.
He says it a lot. Says it a lot. I hope all the ex-mods give everything that Brittany said to discourage Nick and Lesniak and all of them in private, and Nick and them, do pursue her. I do hope that happens.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Because if there's one thing that Nick has proven, he is not afraid to go into a courtroom. Like
No, it's very
this
litigious.
shit with what you guys are going through, that ain't the only thing he's ever been to court for.
No, matter of fact, the judge said to him, oh, I recognize you from quite a few things to Nick in the courtroom.
Yeah. I mean,
And she didn't say it with pleasure. Like, oh, I recognize you. She said like, oh, I recognize you. Like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at his history, like he's done a lot in the court. So
Yep. He even sued if I'm correct, the Pennsylvania State Police. Because they wouldn't let him in the courtroom for Danilo Cavalcante. Just me. Thank you so much for being a member for 26 months.
what are you gonna say, man?
No, it's just
That's correct, right?
I can't swear to what the case was, but I do remember seeing something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember when Danilo Cavalcante escaped or whatever, Nick tries to take credit for capturing him, which is fucking asinine. But when they had that his court hearing or whatever, they would not allow Nick and Hong inside the courtroom. And Nick and Hong kept saying that they are reporters, that they're allowed in. And they're like, no, you're not. So they supposedly sued them.
And lost, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure there's not many litigations Nick has won. But in Nick's world, usually by day 3 of going into court with defendants, they're arrested. I'll never forget him writing that. Because again,
Who's arrested?
Anybody that they've sued. That's when Nick Nick acts like he wasn't a loudmouth in the beginning when they thought they had the upper hand in this litigation. And that while all of his little friends were reading off this filing, trying to convince their audience that we're running a RICO, he acts like he wasn't in there hyping it all up, but he was. And one of the comments he made is they've never gone to court with anyone and them not be arrested by day 3 of by the 3rd court hearing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Brittany's also a liar too, because Brittany's sitting there saying Nick said Brittany's never shown up to any of the hearings and blah, blah, blah. And that's not what he said.
I don't remember what he said.
All he said is the one hearing we had, majority of the time, Brittany was the one spoken about, and how that wasn't fair to the plaintiffs that showed up. But that wasn't true either. They're all fucking liars. I mean, it's that simple. Pedal me, thank you so much, sweetheart. Yes, he tried to claim that he's the one that captured Cavalcante. Yeah. See if anything you perceive is true. It doesn't seem like anybody's thought of that yet. Oh, yeah, no, our whole perception is just, I mean, this must be the Matrix. Gosh, pinch yourself and make sure you're awake. That's what I'm saying, Hartley. Like, I was saying this the other day, and people thought I was just like talking out of my ass that this is like a bigger picture going on. Why all of a sudden, a week before appellate court, before the panel, would Nick come out here and be fighting with Brittany this hard? He's going to use whatever attention he gains from this and use it to his advantage.
I'm more interested, to be fair, I'm more interested in the coincidental appearance in a particular chat with another particular person at the same time. Out of the fucking blue, both of y'all just appear in there. Get the fuck out of here. I'm
Wait,
sorry.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Huh?
I don't know who you're talking
I'll put it in the back.
Thank you.
I think it's an attention grab. I do.
Me
I'm
too,
just-
Cletus.
I mean that's just the way I see it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Did you see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I think, that this is absolutely an attention grab. And again, Nick himself said it. He's gotten more views talking about Brittany than he did having Bruce Castor on, because in this world, Bruce Castor's some, fantastic person, but whatever. He's gonna ride off of that. Good morning, Queen. He's going to ride off of that. That's why he's having a part 2 today with receipts and blah, blah, blah. But the first one was supposed to be with receipts and da-da-da. And then he was going to edit the video to add receipts and blah, blah, blah. No, he's going to drag it on as much as he can, because this guy's been seeking attention from day one and hasn't been able to get it. And now, because he's going at Brittany, he's getting a little more, traction to his channel or whatever. And then he's sitting there saying that there's 14 plaintiffs. He doesn't even know. Like, it's actually so fucking insulting. Every last bit of it is insulting. Right.
He's an idiot.
I mean, I don't care that Brittany's being chastised or being outcasted or being called out. Great. But do that from a distance. He needs to pay for his FBI rat wire headpiece. I know. Did you see that?
Yeah.
This is hysterical. The dude went from walking around a cemetery with an iPhone and a Red Bull to wearing what appears like he's like intelligence with it. God, he does good at trying to pretend.
That shit was some house audio wire coiled up and stuck in his damn ear. Come on.
He took his mom's phone cord from the 60s.
Took a phone cord and plugged that shit right into his ear.
I mean, to be fair, they do sell those shits on Temu.
Yeah,
They're like $2.
I'm sure they actually do. That's hysterical. You think so? This is a point. Andy says, I personally think Nick and BJ thing is just a setup to try and goad others to say stuff to make their case look better. Nothing at this point could save their case, though. You know what I mean? Like, nothing they can say can save it, and nothing anybody else can say can ruin it. Like, it is what it is. Reading ChatGPT was definitely reading ChatGPT. Yes, enjoy your day, Zorro. I hope you 11th life sentence. Did I freeze? Oh, I did freeze. What happened?
Are you still frozen?
I froze. Am I here? No, I think I'm
Yeah,
back.
your
Am I
sound
back?
was doing. Yeah, you're back. I think. Well,
Okay.
I can hear you.
There we go. Okay. I think I'm back. You're here. I'm here. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. I could tell it was freezing. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I keep getting messages saying they're doing work in my area on like the internet. And it's like every fucking day now. Mary
Oh my
says, "Do I
god,
understand this correctly?" Yeah, it's annoying.
we went
After
through
all this
that.
time, Nick will actually sorry.
We went through that for like 2 weeks, girl, and they kept saying, "We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back
Yeah.
tomorrow." And then they sent one. I swear, at the end of the day, they were like, "We were unable to do what we wanted to do. We'll let you know when we're coming back out." Bitch, tell me why it was the next morning.
That's what they keep doing to me. Like, how long does it take you to fix the fucking shit?
Right. So we just went and got Starlink and have the like local provider, and we have Starlink. So if one goes out, we have the other.
I tried the Starlink and it still didn't work good for me. Everybody's like, "Well, you got to give it like a week to, really pick up and blah blah blah," but no.
Oh, I love it. It works great for us. Unless it's like weather, right?
Mhm.
Then it'll be a little shitty.
Hmm. I saw somebody ask earlier, so after all this time, Nick won't be held accountable. He will, but Nick is judgment proof. That's why he had the useful idiots join in with him. Queen says they have in between Sludge trying to dox out B Tim and Nick being in my chat and been claiming she isn't green team. There's fuckery afoot. Exactly. Very much so. BJ listening to you, Granny, for information on all this. In my opinion, this was intentional and for attention. You were the first channel I found. I didn't hear BJ's name during AM chats. Thank you, Nancy. Brittany loves to pretend that I'm the one obsessed, but anybody who's been here for years knows that it's always been that fucking bitch poking, poking, poking. Froze again? Hold on. I'm here. They're saying that Barbecue went up to call Nick out. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was up there.
Oh, you were up there too? Okay, let me see.
Yeah, she was like, I mean, I'm a little confused as to why you're even in this chat right now. She's like, I find it
Yeah,
basically the same thing that you're saying, right? Like the nerve of you to come in here is kind of insane.
right. Mm. It is insane. It literally is insane. Like this guy is fucking unbelievable. Let me see. I don't like that my shit is freezing on me today.
I was gonna say earlier when you were talking, like you were kind of like going in and out, but I don't hear it now.
Thank you. I don't know what the fuck's going on. That is really annoying.
No, it's pretty good right now.
Thank you to Jennifer for hitting a thumbs up. Kathy P reported Lemon to her police. Yeah, I was hearing bits and pieces of that going on. I guess he doxed.
Uh-oh.
I'm gone again?
Oh, you just went that.
Oh, that's that. Sorry, let me bring the mic closer. I'm hearing that Kathy P was doxed because she said something about Sinner did actually serve, but it wasn't long or something. I don't know.
Yeah, she had said something about the military experience or whatever. I think she was talking about for him and Craig and maybe Julia Valenti. And I don't know, he did a live and lost his mind. Like he's over there threatening to punch B Tim in the mouth and
Oh my
said
God,
if
what a
he goes
dork.
to PA, he's gonna lay him out. And then I don't know, he was losing his shit, dude.
If he goes to PA, he's going to lay out.
I think,
Okay, it's when I click off of the screen that's the problem.
yeah, that's what he said. Like, he was basically losing his shit. Talking junk about him, Kathy P, even some shade at BJ. It was just wild. It was a lot.
I heard he was snapping at Brittany, and then I heard he was snapping at Nick, and then I heard,
Well, at
fuck, I
times
can't.
he would say something negative about BJ, right? And then, like, at one point, and what I found interesting, probably the most interesting part, I thought I had sent that to you, but oh, I'm alone. I didn't send anything to her. Even if I did, she couldn't get it because she can't even stay on the panel. Just saying. Can I act like Granny? Hi, Rebel Soul. Good morning, Texas Bluebonnet. Hello. I agree, spiritual being. I do. I think the point of Nick's just to get in front of the camera. Nope, too sweet. Ooh, nonsense, you're gonna be in trouble. I can't do Delco accent. I can't even do a Jersey accent. I wonder how long I'm gonna be up here alone. 4/4 is $2. That was pretty good. I agree with that, Air Force vet. Like, oh yeah, the gee golly. I thought that was pretty good, Texas Bluebonnet. Of course, I do listen to that sound clip quite a bit. Oh, whew, thank God.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
I don't know if you could hear what was taking place while you were gone, but I'm
I
glad
did
you
not.
hurried back. Huh?
I did not. What?
All I know was 4/4 is $2.
Wait. You said something the other day I clipped. Hold on. Let me remember what it was, bitch. I remember I was like, I got him. I think you said
Oh,
something like 2
fuck.
+ 2 is 1 or something stupid. I was like, oh, I got my clip back.
I
Who
remember
remembers what it
this.
was? Yeah, it was something. It was something, damn it.
They were like, yeah, Granny's gonna clip that, you know. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I was like, there's my revenge. I got her. I also think it's odd anyone would believe anything he says, even about BJ. Yeah,
There
somebody
it
thought,
is. 90
where
minutes is 3 hours.
that 30 seconds is 3 minutes.
Something
Something
like
like that.
that.
Yeah. Somebody, not somebody, Mr. Tomato commented in my comment section saying, you lost me at saying, like, if Nick didn't sue you, things could have been different or whatever. And I'll be honest, I was saying that to kind of be an instigator, right? Like, imagine how different things could have been if you didn't sue me and if we did just have an adult conversation and blah, blah, blah. I have not forgotten all the things Nick has said and done. It is one of those things where I do think Nick realized that he made the wrong choice, which is why he's now trying to slide in and kind of win the favor by going at Brittany. Chickalicious, thank you so much. 90 minutes is 3 hours. You're welcome. See, and now I will defend you on that, Clue, because that's the type of friend I am. And to be fair, with a quick thought, I would think, yeah, you're right.
It sounds right, doesn't it?
It does. It just sounds right. Like you just think like, yeah, 3, because it is 9.
Yeah.
So yeah. What did somebody say? Nick did apologize, Queen, and I think he owes Granny an apology, but I don't think that he needs to tell Granny anything until after all the shit is over. B-Fam, to be quite fair and frank and honest, I don't give a fuck if Nick apologizes to me. Even if Nick got on his hands and knees and kissed my motherfucking feet, it wouldn't be good enough. Like, Nick is still Nick. Nick is still the man who framed his fucking parole officer after thanking his parole officer for how good he's been to him. Nick is still the man that sent prostitutes to his neighbor's house because he's a racist and wanted to report them. He uses the N-word. He does all of that. Nick is the guy that bought drugs off somebody, then drove them to the police station to turn in the fucking dealer. Nick is still the guy that came into this case pretending he's a private intelligence group and made billboards to say the Proudfoots are guilty, not to bring awareness to Sebastian. Like, I'm glad that Queen got an apology. That's great. But it does nothing for me. Nothing. Thank you, Smarty Me. Drunk Video Glare did drunk that y'all unsubbed. He's doing way too much in the new community. The clips are out there, Blind Spot. I'll look for them. When he told people if they support Queen Bee to unsub him. Falsified documents to get a media plate. I mean, the dude's just not a good guy. Right, we knew that. That's what I'm saying, Andy.
Not even a little bit.
Right. Right. Not even like there's, but that's what I was saying the other day. He does good at presenting himself as one. Putting the blame on all the losses on her or something. I get what you guys are saying, but again, Nick thinks he has power that he doesn't have. Right. Did he apologize to Sebastian's parents or Sebastian for actually harming this case? Right. Have you said anything about what's being filed in court? Barbecue said something big. I have no idea about it. I don't know how anything's being filed on a holiday. I know, Blind Spot, you're good. Yeah, whatever big is happening today, I'm not aware of. But I know people running around saying there's a court hearing today. There is not. Courts are closed. Because I bet despite Nick's, grudgement at it, Martin Luther King Day is celebrated as an actual holiday. Nick will always be Nick. Facts, Ange.
Girl, that's what I said yesterday. I'm like, how the hell is anything happening today in the courtroom?
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna be there.
Nobody's there. They're closed. I'm not the one being drugged through the mud in a frivolous Rico, so it's a lot different for Granny. I think we're all adults, and respectfully, I feel the same about Betty after what she did to me. Yeah, I understand that. Sorry, give me a second. I said the record is being driven to Philly tomorrow.
What'd you say?
I was reading barbecues.
Oh.
Chickalicious, thank you so much. Yeah, I get how you feel about Betty, to be honest. I absolutely do. But I wouldn't entertain Betty. Pepper, can you clarify what January 26th is for? January 26th, is that the day that I think it's January 29th. I don't know what January 26th is for. I mean, my dates are all smudged together. I've been actually really sick trying to fight whatever the hell this is. It comes and goes. But I'm pretty sure it's January 29th. And it's the day that our briefs are on the docket for the 3 judges to look over, for the panel to look over. Chickalicious, that was so sweet of you to give 20. Thank you. You made people think something big was happening today, barbecue, and you didn't correct it. Yeah. Yeah, actually really did, barbecue. I don't know. Thank you, Be Nice Try It. Your comments are always so sweet. I really appreciate when I see you guys making really nice comments. Not knowing that I even see them. It really is sweet. Would I accept a mediate resolution with all your curse be reimbursed if beats him debated Nick? No. First off, do you think that I think Nick has the money to reimburse me for everything that I paid and that I would just settle at that? No. And that I'm going to lay it on, first off, I would never ask Beats him to even dox his identity to resolve something I already won. I could see if I was losing and this and that, and there was no way I would win, and I'd absolutely need. But even in that case, I would never ask B. Tim to dox himself for these weirdos' pleasure. I don't think people are saying you're lying. I just don't think they understand what's happening.
Well, she had said something up on the panel about something can be filed even though court's shut or something.
Oh, that you can e-file something? Yeah. Maybe she's filing a motion. I don't know. Whatever it is, I don't know about it. B. Tim's docs is very expensive. Yeah. And it would cost well more than paying my attorney fees. Don't even put that pressure at his feet. He doesn't deserve that. Bosco said, well, what's happening, barbecue? Are you taking a big dump or something? You can't dangle shit. Oh. Oh, she's filing her brief. Well, maybe I'll share it first. Maybe I'll race you to it like you do to me. Have the briefs been filed? My brief is for the judges, not the internet. Once the judges go over it, I'll present it to the internet. Why doesn't it matter what he says is correct? Usually not all the time. What are you talking about, Dr. Snowflake? I'm sorry, it came out of nowhere. I just got pissed. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh. Of course you can. Nobody said you can't. Just don't share it on somebody's panel and then expect them to owe you half the super chats later. That's all. In my opinion, they can't stand it that B. Tim is so supportive of creators on the side and he stands firm to them all. I think that he's actually very educated. And I think because he's educated, it pisses them off.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I mean? Like they've never had people that speak that way, that stand on their 10 toes, honestly, and know what they're talking about.
Oh, I absolutely think that's what it is. You can tell, like, especially if, BJ makes comments about B. Tim, it's always, he thinks he knows everything. Well, bitch, that's because he does.
Right. He knows a lot more than them. I mean, this is somebody who came out and said he was going to truth serum the suspects, for fuck's sake. Well, I'll just be honest with you, barbecue. It's a bit annoying as your co-defendant to have people running around chats saying that there's a big court hearing today when there's not, and that something big's happening today when, quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned, it's not. Perhaps, for you it is or whatever, but you only appear at moments like this, and I think it's a bit infuriating to all of us. Like you're not around any other time, but as soon as this is the topic, you're all over. And it's a bit, it's a bit annoying because people run and they take these half things that they don't really know what they're talking about. And then misinformation is being spread about the litigation we're in when, quite frankly, misinformation of anything should be spread. But when they're only given bits and parts of things, then of course that's what they're thinking and they're spreading it. And I mean that with as much respect as I can put it as, but it is a bit, But the info came from you, barbecue. It came from you. That's what I'm saying. Like all day today and yesterday, people are blowing up my phone that there's a court hearing today. But you started the rumor, and maybe you didn't mean to, but you didn't give enough clarity. It's just like saying things when it's unnecessary to say. Like even if something big was dropping today, why even tell anybody? Let it drop and then say it. I said there's a huge filing today in my brief. That's all I said. Oh, they were saying it a little bit differently, so I don't know. Right, they don't, Delicate, because people only hear what they want to hear. That's what happens. Well, I don't know. That's what I mean. Sometimes it's just better to be a little quiet, but I get it. Like when there's all this uproar going on and Nick's doing this and that, like I understand, but that's because a lot of people on this app don't actually listen. They don't really give a fuck about the details, unlike somebody like me. That is true. And then it becomes this big spiraling rumor that, you know, it happens a lot. Not saying you're necessarily to blame. I'm just saying that's how people see it.
Is she gone again? I'm thinking maybe. Oh, yep.
Okay, I figured it out, Chloe.
You said that the last time you came back. To be fair.
That I figured it out.
Yeah, you said it only happens if I go to this screen.
I like to learn twice. So if I go over to another screen, it freezes me. So we solidified that that is what is happening. So I exit out the other screen. I will not click over again. You're not blocked. I doubt you're blocked, Shell Bell. She's in here. She's something big is happening today, is what was said. And now she said it. She filed her brief, I guess.
She filed a brief.
I guess that's what she clarified in the chat, that her brief was filed.
Oh.
Well, you know, we never know. Sometimes we want to learn twice. Right. Like, I'm not going to read my brief before the judges do, because I'm not going to get, like, I just don't want to take any risk. And I know that you guys understand that and appreciate that. So.
I'd be the same. I wouldn't fucking put that shit out there until it was in the courtroom.
But it's something else. Oh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have no idea. Is it not something you can come directly out and say? Thank you, Ninja Mod. Opinionated, Jackie. Thank you. Probably just best to stay silent and let the filings speak for themselves. Yeah. What is it? Barbecue, what is it? The people are curious. That's why I said that, Pepper. It does feel that way. I'm sorry. It does. It does. Iva, thank you so much. Like the minute like something's filed, it does seem like you right away appear over on Queens to talk about it. That is absolutely why I said that. I'm a Buckeye too. Pink October, good morning. Sunshinery, good morning. Iva, so good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
I think that would be the thing that would, like, in the situation that you're in, I couldn't deal with.
Well,
Being, like, if I'm put into litigation, especially with, like, somebody that I don't know, that would be like, what? Like, I don't know. I couldn't.
Well, it is. There's times it's very aggravating, but I've spoken to everybody involved to express that, and it's just a matter of not caring or not respecting enough, and that's fine. I understand that, and duly noted. But it is aggravating because a lot of times what happens is it's bits and pieces, or it's not correctly explained, or and then it becomes like what this is, right? People are running around today saying there's this big court hearing. No, there's not. And my phone gets blown up over this type of shit. And, I got blew up one day. My phone blew up. Blew the fuck up. Ringing, text, emails, you name it. you name it, going nuts, right? And they're like, you won, you won. Do you know how that makes your heart fucking drop? And then I had to find out that no, I didn't win. It was just that people were misunderstanding what the fuck they were reading.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Philadelphia freedom. Thank you, Iva. Yeah, it does get a little, I know you didn't say it, Barbecue. I'm telling you how people perceived whatever it is you did say. I understand you didn't say it. Yeah. Especially when, like, we're in this together. So if you did want to announce something to do with our litigation, you could absolutely do it on my panel instead of it having to be like this, I don't know. I mean, she does know. We all know, so we don't need to express it further.
I mean, I think the frustration for me would be you're dealing with the internet, and I've seen situations where a whole lot of people can't read a
Yes.
statement and understand what it means. And so then, in order to fill in the blanks, they write their own definition or meaning, right?
Interpretation to it. Yes. Yep. Like this right here.
Interpretation.
Whatever that word is, too. That one, too.
That's what you just tried to say.
I said that. I said that very interpretation clearly. just go on, Clue. Go on.
Just as clear
Because
as glass.
just so you know, 9 minutes is not 3 hours, but
And 4 quarters is not $2. But anyway,
that's true. 4 quarters is more like 1 quarter because inflation is a motherfucker.
that is very true. But I just feel like in this, like, I don't know, the frustration for me would be insurmountable. Like, it would just be like, nah, because I mean, I see it all the time where something is said and what people get from it ain't what was actually there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and what happens too is a lot of people on the internet are, chat room lawyers, and they think that they have it figured out or they know the answer, and it gets a bit it gets more than aggravating. Another example of that would be yesterday when I said I feel like some people only use the relation between Jay and I and the quote unquote betrayal to try to get other people to feel a certain type of way. Of course, I phrased it a little bit differently, but people ran and were like, Queen, Granny said you never cared. That's not what the fuck I said. And I've had conversations with Queen where I thanked her for caring. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's that easy how people do this weird, like, telephone game. Exactly, telephone game. And that happens with the litigation. And by the time it gets to me, they're like, yeah, you won the anti-slap and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, the fuck? And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. That's one thing that sucks about being tied into this with somebody else is that I should never have to hear about my own litigation via the internet, but I do sometimes. And I have to accept that. I can't change it. Like she said, she has a right. She absolutely has a right to, tell her filings or say what's going on in litigation. It's not just mine. I understand that. But I also feel like you're not a YouTuber. So that's where sometimes, and I've had this conversation with her in private, so sometimes that's where it gets a little like aggravating.
No, that would piss me off too. I'm not going to lie. But all I can say is advice for the internet. Maybe stop playing telephone with a fucking conch shell. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes. What you think is the ocean you're hearing is just your breath. So chill the fuck out. I don't know what you really hear.
At least she didn't say BJ's breath because that. Thank you. I made myself sick there.
Ugh. Is that what you hear when you think you put your ear to the shell? Like, what are you? You're just hearing the wind going around the shell, right? I mean, I like to pretend it's the ocean too, but we know it's not.
Yeah, it's the shape
Or
and the
is
way
it?
the wind carries through it.
You know, Clue, sometimes I feel like you are the wind beneath my wings.
Well,
The wind beneath my wings.
I've always wanted to know that feeling, but I'm too big to be carried by wind, so.
Oh,
I wanted to do that indoor skydiving.
oh, yeah.
So I asked fiance, we looked at this cruise ship the other day and it had like the indoor skydiving on it. And I was like, you think if I went there, I could just tell him, crank that motherfucker up because you're going to need a lot of blowing to get this girl going. He was like, I'm so done with you, bitch.
And yeah, because that's not true. It could absolutely lift you up with the regular, breeze it takes. You're not that fucking big. You've lost a lot of weight.
Well, I tell you, wouldn't that be an awfully fun ride though if you went on the cruise ship to do that windsurfing shit and the top of the thing popped off? Next thing you know, you're like out over the sea.
That would be fucking amazing.
I
That
would-
honestly would, but you can do that too. You can take the parachuting or whatever they call it, where you're parasailing. You can do parasailing, which is somewhat similar.
It is. Yeah.
I don't think that Nick was on Barbecue's channel.
Hmm?
I don't. Vicky just said Nick was on with Barbecue on her channel. Was it a shit show? I don't think that happens.
I didn't
Not
ever
that
hear-
I'm aware of. I don't think she would.
I didn't hear that.
I was going to pull up when she went up to call Nick out for being in the chat, but my internet is still being worked on for his third week in a row. So, yeah, that never happened. The ocean has sharks. The ocean belongs to the sharks. Absolutely. I am a shark fanatic. Love my sharks. I would
Well,
indoor skydive. Yeah.
I would too. I would not do that. I would never jump from a plane.
I wouldn't even do parasailing. There was this video of these girls that were parasailing in Florida, and the guy dipped them into the water despite them freaking out saying not to because he dipped them right into a bunch of sharks.
Were they bit?
No, thank God. I don't
Well,
know
what the
how
hell
they
they
weren't
dishing it
either.
out?
Because they were dipped. They were trying to tell them like, no, like there's sharks below. And the guy dipped them anyway. And honestly, it's a miracle they weren't bit because they were flailing. Like, if that happens, you can't like shake your, go nuts.
I wouldn't want to be dipped in the water anyway.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, I'm in this thing because I want to go above the water, or I would just go fucking swimming.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. Listen, barbecue's not welcomed here, guys. That's not true. If she wasn't welcomed here, I'd block her because that's the adult thing to do. And that's what I do with people who are unwelcomed. And yes, no, I've not been in Jay's chat and where that's coming from. Italy, thank you for hitting the thumbs up. I mean, I do know where it's coming from, but it's not true. My son is addicted to parachuting. You see SF released more dog search footage? No, I did not see it. You said today was a stressful day. I did. Didn't not that I recall. Every day is a stressful fucking day. It is stressful. It's stressful to see somebody who literally flipped your life upside down trying to slide in to the people you fuck with. Yeah, that is stressful. I don't know, Straight Talker. Right, Chroma Chronicles. Just stop the dang rumors. Oh, Barbecue said today is stressful. I don't fucking know because she didn't tell us what's happening. Just something big, and I don't know what it could be. I have no idea. I can't imagine right before a merit panel that they're filing some type of motion that's going to be incredible.
To be fair, she also said she has hella anxiety, so wouldn't every day be stressful?
Yeah. Well, I have anxiety. It's not every day that's stressful, but yeah. I do try not to focus on things that stress me out that bad. Whose birthday is it? Full of Heart? Happy birthday. Guess she's not planning on attending a PA court date, as I've heard no grift for flight, hotel, and car. There is no PA court date. There's no we don't go before the judges this time. There's no oral argument. So we don't go there. But when it gets back to the lower courts, yes, Brittany's going to have to come.
Oh, so you guys don't have to show up because this is the appellate, right?
Yes, this is appellate.
Okay.
Yeah. So what they did is like Nick and the plaintiffs put in that they want to do oral argument. Now my attorney filed a motion that because they floundered everything they were supposed to do and grossly ignored court rules and blah blah blah, they shouldn't be allowed to have their oral argument. The courts came back and I guess agreed and said there will be no oral argument. So that means the judges are just going to read our briefs, the record, get an idea of what's been going on, and then make their ruling.
Mm.
Yeah. So nobody goes. My attorney doesn't go. Barbecue's attorney doesn't go. Nobody has to be there. Is the way she said, I'm sorry, it's a stressful day tomorrow. Made me think there was court. I'm like, it's a holiday, but she didn't clarify later. Girl, Barbecue can come up and answer if she'd like to, but I have no fucking idea. I tell you what, it's so big, I don't even know about it.
But that's what I'm telling you. She kind of, in my opinion, did because she was like, she said things can still be filed even if it's shut.
Ah.
And that's what she said on the panel. So I don't know if that's what she's talking about or what. Maybe they're filing something. But that's all the clarification that she gave.
Yeah. I mean, they filed on Christmas Eve, right? So yeah, you can file things even if the court's closed.
Yeah, I
Won't
mean,
be
it's
seen.
electronic.
Right. But I can't imagine what would be worthy of filing right before the merit panel. Things can still hit the docket even on a holiday. Right, there won't be anybody there to look at it. I don't know. Well, let me ask my attorney. I don't fucking know. Nick didn't go up on panel, did he?
No. They dropped the link, but he didn't go up there. He said in 30 to 60 days, actually. That was
That he'll come up in 30 to 60 days.
that's what he said.
So when the judges rule is when he'll come up.
I'm pretty sure. Am I right on that, y'all? He said 30 to 60 days he would go on.
Interesting. What is unclear, the litigant said her brief was being filed. She said it was something in her brief. I don't know why. But I mean, to be honest, this is quite frankly, this is what you want when you leave little tidbits like that. You want people to speculate and guess and, keep saying these things. So I don't fucking know. I would say like who cares, but obviously people care. Nick was in the chat of Queen's panel and said in 30 to 60 days, he'll join the panel.
Yep.
I would never entertain Nick in any type of category. But that's what he wants. He wants attention. He wants to be seen. He wants to get some traction going. He's tried many ways and has failed, and he found a way that works. I just hope all of you don't hate Brittany more than you stand on your morals. The guy's still the guy he's always been.
That would be a weird sort of hate bonding thing, right?
Yeah.
But I'll never entertain someone who decided it was a decent thing to paint me as a protector of pedophiles personally, but that's just me. I think a
Facts.
lot of people forget about, or they just don't care about the fuck shit that he's done.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's
that's what I
like
mean.
oh,
It's
you don't like BJ, so cool.
that's what I was saying the other day. Like when like people forget, right? Like that's the part of YouTube I don't like, that people forget because you find a common enemy. They forget everything the person has said and done. Either they forget or they don't care. And if you don't care, then don't use those same things later when the person fucks you over again, because and that's what I'm saying. Like he did that to you. He flipped my life upside down. What he done to Sebastian's case, what he done to the parole officer, to his neighbors. Like the guy's just not a good guy. And it's kind of we called out all the horrible things Nick has said and done, to then be like, oh, and he's good at making himself appear he's not that bad. I said this the other day. He really is. But he is a bad person. He's a bad guy. And I don't think anybody should entertain him. He just wants views. He just wants views. And he figured out the way to get it. He tried doing it by going at all of us. He tried doing it by going at the Proudfoots. He tried doing it in all these ways that have failed because we stood strong in painting out the clown that he is and showing everybody what a complete joke he is, and what he's saying is so fake and fraudulent that I can't imagine to then praise him just because he's going at Brittany.
Yeah, and I mean, unfortunately, that is the shit side of it, right? Like, even though he's saying that, BJ wouldn't try to communicate with the lawyer and stuff, the problem is you're dealing with someone who doesn't tell the truth.
Right.
While I do believe that, I do, just because I don't think she has much drive about her for anything, literally anything. The fact of the matter is that information is coming from someone who does lie. So
I think they're both lying. I don't believe that Brittany called Lesniak at 2 a.m. And I don't believe that they ever tried calling Brittany between working hours either. I think all parties have moved as if nothing was pertaining to them, and I think they were content with that. Oh, I know, Stitchin. I'm just saying, like, he's good at making people forget how bad he is.
well, most con artists are. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Nick could very well be rubbing up for more litigation. Creators be very wise to remember that. He doesn't deserve to be welcome in chat, it's my opinion, but I support each creator's right to choose. Why does Nick think he can speak for all? Where are all the other plaintiffs with this mindset? Because they all signed the NDAs with him. That's why. That is why. Queen said, barbecue never said. Barbecue. You must be driving, girl.
What does it say?
I don't know. Barbecue
Barbecue
Nenny.
never said there was a court hearing. She just said it was her filing a brief and it was a big day for her. I don't think she. Yeah.
Mess.
Yeah.
It was her filing and a brief, and it was a big day for her. I don't think she messed something. Thank you, Whitebird.
Maybe meant court is what she was ultimately trying to.
Gonna finish it with, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she met court either. I think that others took it that way is all. And I know we're not responsible for how others see anything. But my understanding is you had a whole chat sending you prayers and good luck. So you have people thinking something big's happening and they're nosy. They want to know what. Hell, I want to know what.
I'm not nosy.
I'm nosy. You're nosy.
I know.
No, I guess you're not, jumping over nosy, but I'm breaking blinds nosy.
Oh, the fuck I'm not. Girl. I'm a little too nosy.
How's it day? The court is closed the big day. It's just a cryptic BS. She does it all the time. It's annoying AF. She was on panel doing what she does. I don't know, Julie. I just know because I have no idea what is happening either. Like, once again, the internet knows more than I do.
What was that?
You don't like my British accent? I disassociated from myself really quick to prevent myself from saying something, so I brought out my second personality. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just serve me biscuits and tea.
it sounded as good as my Delco attempt.
You do that very well. Better than you think. I will say, they did say that Delco is one of the hardest accents for people to get. Actors have said it. There's a whole show dedicated to it. And they said it was the hardest accent they ever had to learn.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And it's also really kind of crazy because, like, if you get people, two different people, like, let's just say North Carolina, right? And you hear them speak, they don't speak that differently. But if I listen to you and, like, let's say Julie, you two don't sound anything the same.
Julie Skolnick,
Yeah,
she's not from my area.
but she's still from Jersey.
Yeah, but I'm from Philly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yeah. But
But
my
still,
accent,
it's still
my
like in
accent,
that little north, right? Like it's
yeah. Well, that's what they call the Delco accent, is a mix between Jersey and Philly. So we're not quite Philly and we're not quite Jersey. We have like our own adapted language.
girl, you see me try to sit over here and try to play it off that they're two totally different states. I've got to learn geography, bitch.
I don't know geography either. So the caffeinated Duchess, thank you. People infer it differently. Cheerio. She never said court. She did say court is. Oh, well, it's nice to see you in here. Why not? You hit the thumbs up. But today is a big day for her. Well, I hope everything goes well today. I don't fucking know.
Dude, it's so bad. I like geography is my fucking kryptonite. I'm like, I know where I am, and I think I know a fair amount about what's around me. But if I'm not traveling across the country, why do I need to know where all the other places are right now? That's so
Right.
bad.
I see it. No one. No, she did not say court today. This is verbatim what she said. Tomorrow we have filings hitting the docket and something big. That's what it said. So whatever that means, I don't know.
Well,
Sure,
and
I'll tune in later to find out.
I'm not going to lie, I do kind of agree with that person who said, it's the same like cryptic type of stuff, right? But
Yeah.
I think to a certain extent, when you are in a lawsuit like that, you have to be cryptic. So, I mean, I think it's up to each person, right? If you want to say something before you can say it all, then that's your right.
Right.
But you have to be prepared for questions and assumptions by the people that hear you say it.
That's what they're doing. Questioning and assuming. One second.
I mean, we had to do the same thing, fiance and I, right? When we were having to go through that stupid bullshit with BJ. So, I mean, like, I get it to a certain extent, but until like the day that, we won, BJ, we won, we were going to go online and it was like, no, we're going to wait until we know the outcome 100% for sure before we go online and say anything. So, again, I think it's just up to whoever's going through the situation, whether you want the dramatics of it or just the cold hard facts. And sometimes the drama just confuses it more.
Yeah, and I think that's where people are left confused.
I agree.
Even me.
And I'm not going to lie, there's a difference, I think, in the platforms because in the personalities due to the platforms on TikTok, that's like it's drama central over there, right? And
Oh,
over
yeah.
here, it's more like people just like they want to know all of it right when you put it out. They want to know all of it. Don't leave no cliffhangers. Just come out here, put it out. Because if you say something, people on this app will ask you 8 million times until you give all of it, right?
Right.
And it's not like that over there on TikTok. Like if you, from what I gather from my very short time ever paneling up or anything over there, they like the mystery aspect of it all.
Interesting. Well, the docket says supplemental reproduced record was filed back on January 13th. So I don't know. Angel Chips, you're not blocked. Barbecue. See, a lot of you guys aren't seeing barbecue, but she doesn't have you blocked because she's responded to you. So I don't know what's going on with that. At first, I thought you were jiggling the toilet lever. That's too funny. I don't think the platform's the culprit of the drama is the person. For fuck's sake, BJ is on YouTube.
Fair enough.
Attention spans are very different. That I agree with. We e-filed the record and it'll be driven to Philly tomorrow. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, baby. Bestie.
Oh, you get a response. Okay.
I didn't hear you. Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Clue.
Sup, dog?
What's up, Clue? So I just came up to say good morning and I'm listening and I have my 2 cents. I've had like a sip of coffee, so I'm not really functionable, but Barbecue sat on TikTok all last week, quote unquote, saying there's going to be groundbreaking, knock your socks off fucking news today. So I think a lot of people, like the platforms aren't combined. So people are getting bits and pieces and it's just fucking exhausting. It's fucking irritating and it's exhausting. And I stand by what I say. I feel really bad that you're dragged into this shit with her. That's it.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And that's very sincere. Um, and I think she should come up and she should address it. And I'll hop down so she doesn't have to argue with me or hear my 2 cents, but she should address it. Why is she in the chat? Just going back and forth in the chat. Why didn't she just hop on the panel and fucking address it? There's like 600 people at least in the chat asking about it. It's ridiculous. And
She
I
said she
think
wasn't live last week, so I don't know what
she
that is.
was. I got the screen recordings. She wasn't live for a couple days after YouTube attacked her, and she was live every fucking day. Every fucking day, she was live enough to call me a fat nasty bitch and talk about me on 3 different lives, and I haven't gone live on you yet, barbecue. Yet.
Why do you two hate each other?
Because she's a maniac.
A maniac, you said?
Yeah, man. I've tried. Listen, every time I bring up what happened with her on YouTube, I get
You cut out.
I was gonna say, was that me or?
No, that must be her. Wait. I'm sorry, honey, but so I got an email, right? She dropped down somehow. I got an email and they wrote, I'm not a big fan of yours, Clue. Barbecue makes me sick, or Queen. But none of you all recall what at night Nick and Steph did to Terry Lynn, how they threatened her relentlessly. And Queen is friends with Terry Lynn, so she should know all she went through, which is I'm sure she shared with the rest of y'all. It's been dirty play from at night Nick from the beginning. Those they listed in Rocco are just their pawns. Some were a bit wiser and didn't go for it. Others weren't as wise and they played on that. So you mean to tell me that I should care more about what At Night and them has done to Terry Lynn than what the fuck they've done to me myself? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't
Yeah.
like you. I don't like Clue. I don't like Barbecue, and I don't like Queen. But you're all forgetting what they done to Terry Lynn. It's what they did to the person who signed an NDA with them. Like, with utmost respect, I'm sorry I'm not thinking of Terry Lynn in a moment like this, and I'm thinking of myself and what they've done to me.
I was gonna say, hold on, because look, at some point, shit is self-inflicted, right?
Right.
Didn't nobody, for me personally, I didn't entertain those idiots. I thought from the beginning they were a joke. If you bought into that and you thought that they were serious or whatever, that's on you. I mean, you didn't ask to be put into litigation with them,
Right.
which you are still, in fact, going through. Like, that's crazy.
I never got in bed with them like others have. Melissa,
Sorry, Granny. I got a phone call. Sorry, I got a phone call. Disconnected me.
that's all right. But
So,
Queen, that she got a message from someone last
I
night.
see Queen. I see Queen's comment. Queen, you could check. First of all, right. So first of all, going back to barbecue and why I hate her to answer that question, I'm not going to clog up your live with that. I have my reasons. I've stated them before. Every time I bring it up, I get told that, don't bring up shit from a year ago or it's from TikTok. Don't bring it up. I think at this point, I'm just going to make a quick video and put it out there so I could reference people to that and let it go. Because I really, at this point, I think she gets way more attention than what she's worth. And I don't want to do a repeat of what I've done before with her and go back and forth. As far as Queen's comment, Queen, I actually messaged you not that long ago, but um, I mean, you could have asked me that directly, but it's okay. I mean, I sent you a DM maybe 30 minutes ago, and that's it.
Mm.
I didn't miss Queen's comment.
Queen said that she got a message from somebody last night saying that Melissa was in a hospital. Not from
Yeah.
Melissa, someone else
No,
did.
it was my nephew. I told my nephew to message a couple people, but I'm home. I messaged Queen that I'm home and I'm
Oh, well, I'm
fine. I
glad
mean,
you're okay.
yeah, I'm fine. I didn't need it to be blasted all over. Um,
Oh, I
well,
apologize.
no, 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 no. Actually, you know what? I said something earlier, actually, in the comments, so it's whatever. But
Have you been talking to Nick on the phone?
no,
I mean,
I
it's your
saw
business
that.
if you have.
No, no,
I'm not,
no. I have no problem. I've talked to. So I actually heard last night that I don't know if it was barbecue or someone else brought up Nick, because I mentioned Nick in Trisha's chat a couple days ago. I made a comment that I've talked to Nick one time on the phone, but people just take shit and run with it, without facts. I talked to Nick one time last year on the phone, and
Oh,
it
okay.
was regards to barbecue and barbecue's bullshit. It was in regards to the Rico, and I didn't even know who you were at
Right.
that.
Yeah, no.
Not at all. Like I didn't even know there was multiple people. I didn't know who you were. Nothing. It was about my experience with barbecue. They asked for something to be written up and to be submitted in an exhibit, and it was given. But
Mm.
also,
It
I
was not
didn't.
given to the exhibit because they did not put anything in exhibits, but that's the same thing somebody who used to support me did. They and then they're the ones that told me that these guys stalked out my daughter and found her employment and she knew all these things that they looked into, which, is crazy, but I
Yeah.
don't know what my daughter's employment had to do with anything.
Oh, Queen just Queen. I'm not going to read our messages, but she must have just opened my message. I will repeat one part, Queen. She said, "Bitch, I was tripping." All right, so we're good. That's ironed out. But yeah, I didn't know you. You know what I mean? I didn't know what was going on. It was solely based off my experience with barbecue on TikTok, and it wasn't pretty. You know, it wasn't pretty, and I've tried to let shit go, but um, her behavior just repeats itself. Like I think I've been more than forgiving with her and trying with her, and it's just exhausting. It really is. It's exhausting. So,
No, you guys used to be friends. You're no longer friends. I get
uh,
it.
we weren't friends. We were associates.
Okay.
You know.
Associates.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Haven't been around
Yeah.
but maybe a year, but the fact these people do these things is screwed up. Everyone has their fave person. You have strong feelings for it, but at the end of the day, evil is evil. Facts. Facts. I couldn't agree more.
And someone said in the comments earlier about Queen and Nick. I'm just gonna put my opinion out there. I don't think that. I mean, I learned a lot about Nick after the fact of speaking with him. I don't think Queen is stupid enough.
No, she's not.
No, she's
She
not.
knows what Nick is. Everybody
Uh
knows what
huh.
Nick is.
Right. And
But
she's
that's
gonna
my
protect
point though,
herself.
right? Because like a year ago, everybody knew who and what Nick was. But your and no disrespect, but your dislike of barbecue led you to have a conversation with him. And I bet
Right.
on that conversation, he presented himself to be a half decent fucking human. The guy is good at tricking people, but he's not.
Absolutely.
He's not a good person.
He
And
absolutely did.
that's what I'm trying to remind people of. Like, I know Brittany is a piece of shit, and I know Brittany's done a lot of fuck shit and all that, but please don't forget what Nick is too. Like, it's easy to get caught up and forget.
Well, because people don't know the ins and outs and they don't know what goes on behind the scenes too with creators and, a lot of things that aren't brought out to the public for valid reasons. You know what I mean? You can't bring everything out. You just can't to the subs. And he does present himself to be, I mean, he did to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Barbecue may be a lot of things, but I didn't know anything about him until well after the fact, and she told me a lot of things. Now she can't go online every day fucking saying these things about him, to thousands of people, and it sucks, but yeah, I wouldn't I'm fucking dancing around my words with him because I ain't got time for the bullshit with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody, and I say this respectfully, but nobody wants to be in your shoes right now, Granny,
I hope not.
No.
Right. Nobody wants to fucking deal with this frivolous bullshit and being sued. It's crazy. It really
Well,
is.
what's even crazier is how comfortable Nick is even appearing over here because, he did, although Queen wasn't drug into litigation, he did try to. They
Yeah.
tried to just change the docket to add in Stephen Fisher and barbecue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they absolutely tried it. And the judge was like, you can't just change the heading. And, suddenly it was from 50 does to 14. And suddenly now there's two named defendants that you never sought the court's permission for that. Ever.
Really?
He is a troll. I think he's a paid agitator. Thank you so much, James Steele. I think he's an absolute paid agitator. I think he's seeking attention. I think he's seeking attention for a lot of fucking reasons. And he's going to use the attention he gets off Trash and Brittany, and he's going to do some fuck shit with it.
Well, you got to think too. They've already planned this whole what is it? What do they call it? Protest, picket, whatever at the sheriff's office.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, is it an attempt at just attention for that? Because the last two times they've done it, nobody's been there with Seth.
Mm.
Like there's been
Possible.
two people there.
Right.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was so.
And Seth by himself in a lawn chair.
Yeah.
Candidly, thank you. Candidly says, can I say I'm confused without saying I'm confused? By the way, good morning. Or is it morning? I feel you, girl. It is confusing. Oh, Queen knows what fucking time it is with Nick. No doubt about it. Nobody's questioning if Queen knows what time it is. Everybody knows what time it is with Nick. Ninja Mod, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. I just hope none of you forget what time it is with Nick because he is conniving.
That ain't happening. Or at least I could speak for me.
Right.
He got
Yeah,
them beady fucking eyes, man.
I know. It
And
reminds
so
Here
me
I'm
you
of
also
fucking
looking at
go.
you. I'm also looking at you.
Here you fucking go.
it reminds me of the saying from Michael Myers, like the eyes are just dead. There was no life to them. Like they're so dark and gross. Ninja Mod with the 5 gifted. Thank you very much. Yeah, Melissa's admitting that she spoke to Nick a year ago. She actually admitted that her disdain for barbecue led her to speaking to Nick. She made a stupid choice,
No,
but she's not
no.
speaking to him now.
Oh, you mean a stupid choice by speaking to Nick?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, everything, I mean, I stand by everything I said, you know?
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened. It's what went down. Nothing was a lie in it. And, you know,
Mm-hmm. B Tim said what happened. I don't know, B Tim. I don't know what happened. We started with Nick appearing in the chat. Then it went to barbecue has people were saying there's a court hearing today. Barbecue never said it, but people implied what she said to be that. But she said that there was a big filing today. Um, I don't we're not quite sure what is even happening. Angelina, thank you. I did talk about it a little bit, but yes.
I'm a little hurt that you forgot my whole skydiving conversation because I feel like that was personally awesome.
Wait, I'm sorry. I was reading a comment from my attorney. What'd you say?
There you went again. See,
is she still in the chat,
barbecue?
Granny? Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I know what the big news is. And it's not, I mean, it's good news, but it's not quite like big case altering news. It's good news, but it's not.
It's not knock your socks off, groundbreaking news.
No.
Oh, Jay Fox, Melissa, why are people saying you signed a contract? I don't know. Jay Fox, I don't know. Never signed anything. I have no idea. Why, why do people say half the stuff they say? Lacey Ann 738, she's also in the chat. 2 weeks ago, she was in someone's chat saying I was an alcoholic. I don't even drink. I haven't had a drink in like years, and I wasn't even an alcoholic then. So people say stupid shit. Barbecue's running around telling people I won the lottery. I don't know. I can't answer that, honey.
If I said you meant queen, not barbecue, I don't even remember what I just said. I'm sorry. It's been longer, but felons always love you, Granny. Thank you, Daddy's baby girl. Yeah, hell yeah, it's been longer. I missed my other mods milestone the other day too. I'm sorry, no one, I hate when I miss them. Clue wants to skydive on a cruise. Let's not forget that. She's crazy. I won't forget it. I
I'm
would never,
crazy.
yeah, I wouldn't skydive on a cruise.
You're in a tube of air.
Oh yeah, oh that type. Right. Yeah, okay. I get what you're
It's a
saying.
tube. It's not open air.
No.
No, it's like like a cylinder they put you in, and then they just blast you with air.
Oh my god.
It's the safest type of skydiving you'll ever do.
How many feet is it? Do you know?
It just depends on where you go. Some of them get like up there.
Bitch, you're wild.
I
Be
would do
careful,
that
Clue.
shit. I ain't jumping out of no fucking plane, but I would do it. Although I have never considered what happens if there's a power outage and the fans go out.
Oh shit. On that note, I'm gonna hop down. Maybe barbecue will come up and clarify for you guys if I hop off panel. Granny, thank you for having me momentarily, and Clue, I'll see you later, girl.
Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye, ladies.
I'm not saying that if what I'm hearing is the correct of what it's talking about. I'm not saying it's a small thing by any means. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't think the internet will understand or care as much is what I'm saying. I'm not dismissing what it is.
Well, I could see that too, right? How to you guys, probably everything that's done is a big deal, right?
Right.
Because it's at least some type of movement. But the majority of people don't share that same sentiment because it's not impacting their lives directly, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, the internet's simple, right?
Yeah.
And they don't understand the gratitude of certain things. And to be quite frank, you don't unless you go through it. Like, I'm not judging anybody for not, because you don't unless you firsthand go through something like this. You don't understand actually literally how impactful it is. Um,
And that's simply what I mean, right? Like, to barbecue, this being filed may be like a huge thing, whereas people that it doesn't impact personally are going to be like, I mean, that's okay. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. I'm not throwing shade at anyone. I'm just saying I could see a situation like that too, where to her, it is a big fucking deal. Whereas the
right.
internet, it's going to be like, yeah, I don't think that was exciting as you made it.
That part. That is true. You just don't. So is
Well,
Clue being shot out of a cannon? Yes.
shoot. You ever watch them dudes, them crazy ones that like, they make these like ski slopes and shit and they like run down them and then they catapult into the water?
I have seen that, yeah.
See, I'm trying to tell you, that's why the Lord put weight on my big ass, because he already knew.
You would do some dumb shit like that?
Oh, I'd be dead as shit right now. 100%. I'd already be left the world.
I know that's right. Golda said, "Wait, what? Can we just say what the fuck it is? I don't understand." Well, I'm not going to say what it is because I'm going to respect the fact that the attorneys asked us not to mention it, to let the other side be blinded by it. Um, if Barbecue wants to say it, since she's the one that brought it up to begin with, she certainly can. But that's totally up to her. You're saying Melissa called somebody's mother? Is there proof of that? For her go away, I agree.
What is it with people calling folks as parents? Like, these
That's what
motherfuckers out here are grown, bro.
Melissa, come on, girl. Come on back up. Let's hear it.
Bro, if you called my mama, she would cuss you out like you ain't never heard. Like, you would feel legitimately bad about yourself when you got off the phone. That's not a joke. You would feel like an actual piece of shit.
Like what BJ did, I suppose, yeah.
And it's so crazy because it'll be the same. Like, you think, do your parents have the power to control you? I know mine don't. I'm grown.
Jesus
Melissa, whose
Christ.
mama did you call?
All right, so I did, yes, like I said in the comments, listen, I don't want nobody fucking coming for me today. I'm not in the mood. I called someone's mother, yes, last year. Someone who is very much linked to barbecue, her biggest fucking fan. This woman, along with barbecue and a handful of other fucking little, you know what, made my life a living hell on TikTok. Not, all right. It's not like I just had a channel. I had a channel attached to my daughter's name. It was not even a year after losing my daughter, okay? If these people were just talking factual shit, it would have been okay. But they took it next level, cross lines first. Okay? They cross lines first. So, yes, I crossed the line. This woman still has videos up of me calling me a scammer, a grifter, labeling me all this fucking wild shit. So, after multiple attempts of reaching out to her and she thought she was fucking cute, I did reach out to her mother. I did. And that's what it is. I reached out to her mother, and her mother agreed with me. And, I was very nice to her mother. Her mother was very respectful to me. I told her, try to talk to this bitch. This is what she's doing. That's all I had. I was trying to get in touch with her husband. It was unsuccessful. Her daughter was a minor. I wasn't reaching out to her. Didn't want to call the cops on her, so I reached out to her mother.
Why
I know, but until you're in that position, like it's hard. Like what do you do? You know what I mean? Keep going back and forth with this bitch. That was an easy, it was like an easy to me way to maybe like rectify the situation at that time.
did it rectify it?
Um at that time, I believe, yeah, she did stop making videos. She did. She hasn't corrected one or two lingering videos, which I tried reaching out to her recently about, and that's actually what caused part of my recent fallout with barbecue.
See, I'm
But
gonna I'm gonna give
go
you a
ahead.
little bit of grace because you mentioned it was after losing your daughter, and I can't imagine what that does to somebody.
But I don't want
But
excuses. I see, that's
all
what I
right, well
don't
then
want.
good. If you
You
don't
know
want
what I mean?
excuses, then let me tell you the truth. I
Go
think if
ahead.
you can't handle the internet, don't fucking look at it. I think to ever take off the internet and call somebody's mother, elderly parents who don't even understand what the fuck's going on with YouTube and social media half the time, and involve
Right.
them in some petty back and forth, literal high school drama is asinine. You don't know
I
the place those parents are in. You don't know if they have, if they're on. You don't know. You don't know what type of place they're in. You don't know the relationship between the mother and the child, adult
right.
child, nonetheless. Like you don't ever take YouTube into somebody's real life, and there is nothing to justify it because it's weird, Melissa. It's weird.
I understand what you're saying. I do. Would I do it again? Probably not.
Probably
And
not. Let's start with no, not at all. Because
well,
here's the thing: people don't
I'm.
understand.
You want me to
Yeah,
be honest, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah. Of course.
no, I'm saying like most likely not. Most likely not. I probably would not do that ever again. Um, I get what you're saying. I do. But, I was new. I was new to social media. I don't want to have excuses made for me because I lost my daughter. Um,
You were new to social media,
I was really new to social media, and I didn't know any drama. I didn't even know that existed.
right?
Wholeheartedly, I did not know that existed. Like I thought these were just batshit fucking crazy people. Like, it was
I
my
will
first go
say,
around.
I will say, when you're new to the internet and things like certain like doxes or take place and all, it does seem world changing. I don't
Yeah,
know what you were going through, but I will say I do get the dramatics of like, how do I stop this? Blah blah blah. But the answer is
yeah,
never to call somebody's parents. You know what I mean? That's just not the answer.
yeah. No, I agree with that now. You know what I mean? And I've been open up to a lot more, over on YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that. Um,
And you learn that
but
if you can't handle it, just don't
oh,
watch,
I've learned,
right?
yeah,
Just
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why, even like I said before, I'm not gonna go like I did before with this chick. You know what I mean? I used to go live and battle back and forth publicly and stuff like that. Like, I'm never doing that again. You know what I mean? I made that clear last week. Like, it's just not worth my energy. I'll say bits and pieces here and there, but I'm not devoting my time, you know what I mean, to it. It's exhausting and it
Getting
really
caught
gets you
up in that
nowhere.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking, it's disgusting.
Now, were you
But
actively going back and forth with the person whose mother you called?
she was going back and forth with me. Like I said, this is someone that, a lot of people barbecue brought over to YouTube, so um, she does a lot on the Clip channel and she did a lot for barbecue. I mean, she's like literally her biggest fan. So she would take things and twist them and manipulate videos and titles and comments and shit. So, I mean, she was going at it with me. I wasn't going at it with her,
Okay.
you know? I mean, like I said, there's still videos up calling me a scammer and a grifter, and I take that shit to heart. Like, I've been anything but that, you
Yeah,
know?
but I get what you're saying, but you also have to remember, right? You're not a scammer, you're not a grifter. People on the internet talk shit.
Uh-huh.
Just protect your mental health, but not even looking. And if you have people that are sending this shit to you, tell them, don't send this shit to me. Like, stand
I
confident in who
know.
you are, right? Like, it don't
Well,
care what
that
they
took
say.
that took time, you know what I mean? It took time to get there and it took time to learn that, you know? But like I said, I wasn't just someone, I don't know. See, like I want to keep my daughter out of it, but then there's a part where I can't. Like if I was just a regular channel, I don't think it would have bothered me as much. But when you have people coming to you, calling you a scammer and grifter and doubting things, because of two little fucking losers on TikTok that started a fucking wildfire full of shit when it's linked to your deceased daughter and you're out there with a purpose, like it damages your platform and your purpose,
All right, now
you
to be
know?
fair, I can see what she's saying here. She's saying
Uh,
my purpose on the internet is to bring awareness to my child. And when these people are out here saying these things about me, it can harm the awareness I'm able to get.
it did. It did
I get what you're
tremendously.
saying there, but still,
And
that
I
was
was
not
fed.
the right answer.
Yeah, I know. Well, I was fed the fuck up. But I will say
Thank you, Sunset.
I was very respectful to the mom. She was very respectful. She knew a lot about what was going on. She said, I'm not going to repeat everything right now, but
No, I
the
wouldn't.
co-
I wouldn't even
yeah.
surface all of it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say who it is. But yeah, I did. I mean, we had a conversation. It's done over with. It was over a year ago, and things have changed. Like I said, I'm probably never gonna do that again,
I'm
or
not
I'm never
rationalizing her fuck
Going
shit
to do that
away. You have somebody up here admitting that they did what they did. What else is there to it? She said, you know what I mean? Like there's not really much else to say about it. She knows it's fucked up. She said it's fucked up. She just said it herself. She said it didn't matter what I was saying because I didn't go up on her panel. Her and Saudi were very rude.
who said that.
Um, Booberry.
What did she say?
That they went in there and you said that her opinion didn't matter because she wasn't talking. Wouldn't come on panel.
I would never say that. That had to come from Salty's mouth. I would never say that.
Oh.
I know what I would say and what I wouldn't say. I don't even know that screen name, to be honest.
I think this is why people say like you TikTokers are wild, right? Because we never had these type of experiences on YouTube. And
But
you guys,
but you
yeah.
have, because I don't know. People say that about TikTok, but I don't know. I think it's pretty much the same, like after being over here and over there. But I mean, people have talked to people's parents. Like
Yeah, Brittany.
Brittany's talked to, right,
Um,
Mallory's mom, and Queen's talked to Sinner's mom or stepmom.
yeah,
There's probably more.
I don't think anybody should be calling anybody's parents. We're all adults. Like I said, we don't know what place they're in their lives. We don't know the relationships they have with their family members. Like you should never take YouTube into somebody's real world.
Yeah.
Uh Rhoda Jean, thank you. They're saying it was like 6 months ago or something, not a year. But
I don't even know the screening. Yes, you do, Melissa. You both said it. That's why I don't bother speaking. I don't even know your screen name, but I don't recall saying that at all.
you guys are right. Every platform is fucking has people that go too far. I agree with that. But um yeah.
Vibrator, I mean, see, vibrator, that's okay. I mean, everyone has their opinion. To be honest, I blocked you over on TikTok like a month ago because I was beginning to like you too, but I backed out from a couple things you said. And that's okay. People can have their opinions and do what they want. It's when you take it next level is the problem. No, Crabtree never helped Melissa with money, Rebel. Money for what?
No, he helped Saudi with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, some people can handle the shit they stepped into and some people can't. And I think Melissa found herself in a place where she couldn't handle it and crazily enough called somebody's parents. I don't know. Lemons told his stepmom Queen was going to go after her. That is completely different. I know nothing about that. I do know that he is a male who's made it very publicly known that he has no issue threatening her or her children. So
Yeah.
no one has. Yeah, I just hope going forward, Melissa, if you find yourself in a place where you can't handle what's being said, that you know, take a step back from it. Remember, it is the internet, and the likelihood of it impacting your real life is very slim to none, unless somebody decides to call your parents.
Yeah, I mean,
Then it might impact
sorry.
you.
I'm just reading some of the comments. You know, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, I called her. It is what it is. I really, with that situation, I don't regret it. So whoever doesn't like it, I don't know what to tell you. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like the situation. But until you were in my situation, like, I don't know. I guess shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I get
Not,
it. I mean,
you know,
if you don't, you know, if you don't know
yeah,
how, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I also don't condone it.
right.
I had to, I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna let you continue on. But I still love you girls. Bye. See? And that's how you should leave, unbothered. Have a good day, ladies.
You too.
Bye.
You there?
Yeah, sorry, I was just trying to read something. Um, I don't know. I think it's wild. I mean, she admitted it, right? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a wild bunch, the crazy Brady bunch.
Mm.
She's doing this to excuse herself and blame barbecue. I didn't hear her blame barbecue. I didn't hear her say anything about barbecue pertaining to that, but I don't know. I've never heard of so many people calling people's folks though.
Bro, that shit's wild.
Wild. Like, how do you even
Hell
start off that
no.
conversation? Hi, are you Ninja Mod's mom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you even start that?
But that's like fucking BJ. She sits over there and says, "Look, I heard that on X it was being posted that I called her dad and her lawyer." And I'm like, bitch,
What?
who the fuck are them people to me? Not to
That's what they're
mention,
saying.
you're a fucking liar, and you don't become a liar by trade as an adult unless you come from fucking liars. So, what good would any information they give me be? Oh, that's right, it wouldn't, because they're probably liars.
Well, Corden and Craig family will sell you out the most. Jake House, thank you. This place is nuts. You know what I don't understand though? So let's say you did, right? You didn't, but let's say you did. Does Brittany, the woman who reached out to somebody's mother, even have the nerve to complain at that point? Like, that's what I try
No,
to tell people, even like Melissa, right? God forbid somebody decides to bother Melissa's mother one day. It's like, well, you did the same fucking thing. This is why you have to be
right.
called what you fucking do out here. If you don't want it done to you,
But again, that's where she, you know, screws up because it's always this rules for thee, not for me. And
yeah.
like, hey, and to be fair, you're you took me and my fiance to court frivolously and
Hmm.
lied in paperwork to the court.
Yep.
If I call anyone, especially while you and your man are sitting back there threatening to do it again, you can kiss my ass. If I wanted to call of anyone, I would absolutely have the right to do so.
Well, exactly. That's my point, right? Like, don't do things that you don't want done to you. I just, Here, Kitty with the 5 gifted. Thank you so fucking much for the 5 gifted memberships. Somebody wrote a good point in here. It is tattling to somebody's parents. It's wild. That message to Mal's mom was absolutely moronic. I had a thought in my head and I lost it. Hey, hookers, good to see you. That's what I mean. So, like, for Brittany to be out here acting like all of this is any problem is well, you done it.
Right. But there's always like a caveat to it, right?
Yep.
It's not like I just called some random woman. I used to talk to her mama all the time. Well, that don't mean anything.
If she was that close to her that she spoke to Mal's mom all the time, and Mal was that close to Brittany that she spoke to Brittany's children all the time, then I'm absolutely going to believe what Mal tells us regarding the
Right.
things about Brittany. You see how that works?
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't really do herself any favors, but
No, she never has and she never will. Just like it was Brittany that came out here and spoke about Julie Valenti's mother, not me.
she talks about her mom.
Yeah. That's what Julie put in her filing, saying I'm the one that doxed her mother and shit. No, Brittany did. Because what had happened was Brittany got a weird email from Julie's supposed friend and mother saying they couldn't find Julie, that she went into the woods to search
Mm.
and they haven't heard from her. And they did this big conspiracy that it really wasn't Julie. And I remember BJ gave the email to Jay at the time, and Jay even read it out. Like, that was all Brittany's doing. That had nothing to do with me. Yeah, Muffy, you never know what somebody's relationship is with their family members to be calling them. But I don't want anybody to take away the overall message here, which is that I believe Nick and them have a plan. Wasn't he just threatening litigation against more people like a week or two ago under At Night?
Ah,
I agree, Nijamad. He did. He said that they have new filings going out.
mm.
I know, beats him. I know. And now all of a sudden, you know, Nick's showing up in places and being the one to call out Brittany and whatever. It's wild to me. I think it's a plan. I think they're up to something. I'm not falling for it. Obviously, I can't fall for it. I'm a defendant and he's a plaintiff, but you know what I mean. Oh, of course she does. She even misconstrued what Nick said and like harped on the biggest lie. That Nick said that there were several court hearings Brittany didn't show up to. That is not what he said. But that's what Brittany does. She finds one way to twist one little fucking thing to make it like, say you don't believe anything they say because he said there were several court hearings and there wasn't. When that's not what happened. Right. Nick coordinated with BHB for sure, almost word for word about not being true crime.
Yeah, I found that interesting.
Hey, Tracy. BJ admitted the other day her lawyer is doing nothing. After days for months, he was working on things. Yeah, she said that it didn't pan out. Her and Craig said it didn't pan out. And then Craig went on to say basically that it's the lawyer's fault, that the lawyer's like incompetent. Mal says, Mom is nice. She said hi, but never liked you, BJ.
So I just got off the phone with both of your moms. Is that
Oh.
okay?
Your mic just fucked up. I don't know what the hell you just said.
Oh,
I
really?
heard. She said she called our mommies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you hear me now? Is this better?
yes. Yeah.
I just got off the phone with both of your moms.
Oh, yeah.
Is that bad? Is that
I don't know. It depends what you said.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have a little sidebar. Are you ready for what I think is a funny sidebar? It might not be, but
If I don't laugh, Lynn, I'm kicking you.
okay, it's fine. It's fine.
All right, make it funny. Go.
Okay. So I put a link in the back, or I can share screen if you want.
I can't share screen. My internet's messing up.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, what?
Can you describe it in like words, like play word, like, you know, creative theater?
Yeah. Okay. I'll reenact it. All right.
Okay.
So on my channel, I've been, endeavoring in the project, in the self-appointed pro bono marketing project of helping Britney rebrand. Okay. And one of the ideas I've come up with is that she should just, for truth and advertising purposes, she should just name her genre me crime, because she's able to make everything about herself. Everything is just about herself. Me, right? And one of the ways that she's able to make everything about herself is just by snoring. But also she, because even when she is listening to true crime, even if it's Sebastian's case, the case that she claims is so damn important to her, she will sit there and fucking snore through it. Okay. So she just did that the other night. She, after a month of doing, saying that she's going to do true crime with Sebastian, she finally wedges it into her drama schedule. She goes live. She doesn't do any of the most updated information about Sebastian. She just plays videos that try to incriminate Chris and Katie. She snores through all of it. And then we have to listen to her literally snore for at least 15 minutes while she's listening to the leaked audio of Chris and Katie yelling at that PI. And she's sitting there snoring and snoring. She's like,
Okay.
and all of a sudden she wakes up because she hears Katie say, and I want to know how he, how Seth is able to make $50,000, what he did with the $50,000 he made on Arsene's case. And all of a sudden Brittany stops snoring and she's like, $50,000. She literally wakes up mid-store. It's almost like she's like, $50,000. I want to know what that $50,000 is for too. Like where Katie gets that number. And then she literally falls back asleep and starts snoring again. And sits there and snores and then wakes up and goes, $50,000 without, there was no snore. It kind of, you almost kind of have to play it in real time to get how funny it is, because she literally, it shows you how it's just how much it is just about the money for her. She's in this like deep REM sleep, and the first thing she hears out of all of the audio that she's playing is the $50,000.
Because she's concerned with money all the time. She's money hungry.
Well, that's the point. That's the point. And the comedic, and it's funny, but it's also fucking sad and dark at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, she's just concerned with making money. And the problem is there's nothing wrong with making money on this platform. It's the fact that, you're using deception and lies to guilt people to give you money, and also using misinformation on a child's case or a case. And it's like, if you legitimately just made money where you entertained people and they tossed you money and you didn't do e-begging, there wouldn't be an issue. You could be a multimillionaire. No one would give a fuck. And that's the problem with her. It's not just about like the money. It's just like how she gets the money and how she guilts, and also how she isolates people who she thinks can give her the most money and who are easily manipulated. So they're like, well, wait, you just had your husband died and you got an inheritance? New mod chat, and then starts telling them about the guilt and, like all the things that she's missing and all that stuff. And that to me is very much financial predatorial situation that she's doing.
Well, I've always said that's what she does, right? She wraps everybody in by acting like she cares about whatever case she's talking about. And as soon as she has them all emotionally riled up and they're, they're on board and they're talking about this case, she then brings in her own victimhood. because now their hearts are open, right? Now they're more acceptable and they're like, oh, you poor thing, you don't deserve that. Even Nick called her out for that because it's fucking true. It's what she does.
Well,
And how about her checking into Alma's money to make sure it wasn't dirty money?
yeah,
And then
that's
Craig saying,
crazy.
yeah.
It was drug money.
And then Craig saying that people like Alma that are fucking up our country, why? Because she's foreign.
Yeah, like, okay.
What would make you think her money's dirty compared to I don't know, the professional white person who gave you money? Like I am still so baffled by that.
Bro, that's the crazy thing. Like he says the most racist shit in the world, and then she sits there and tries to call other people a racist.
I know, and they all overlook it every time.
It's wild. I mean, like at the end of the day, it's like I think how Brittany has lived her life is that she's gotten away with a lot of shit, and she might finally get what's coming to her and should be coming to her, because she pulls a lot of shit. She's gotten away with a lot of bullshit, this lady, and she might be getting it right now, and she's now holding the bag. And we told her she was going to be holding the bag. We said, you will hold this bag. Dog the Bounty Hunter's not holding the bag. Seth Rogers not holding the bag. Nick and Hong's not holding the fucking bag, and Julie's not holding the bag. You're holding the bag.
Well, here's the thing, right? They can all try to point fingers at Brittany to hold the bag, but ultimately it's down to myself and Barbecue who we want to pursue, right?
I know.
So what they're doing now is what we've always told Brittany is you were just their useful idiot. And when the time is done, they'll fucking abandon you. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, but also they probably got tired of her bullshit as well.
I think there's a bigger thing going on, B-Tim. I'm sorry, I do. Just 2 weeks ago, Nick was under at night threatening more litigation against more creators. And now all of a sudden he's showing up in Queen's chat and, you know, people are tuning in because he's trashing Brittany. And I mean, come on. They're going to get this new attention, try to slither their way in to try to get any of us to suddenly like him. And then they're going to use this new attention in bad ways.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I am waiting to be kicked since you didn't laugh, Granny, but I will say that I
ran to the restroom and I did see that what you said was funny because the chat laughed. So
okay. So
you're here. Sorry.
Okay.
I was being the Simon Cowell of the group. I was not entertained.
No olives for you.
Not entertained. I don't even think you were listening, B-Tim.
I listened to the whole story.
I think if you really put your mind to it, you would have laughed as hard as anybody. But I think, but speaking of money, I think they are also willing to throw their money around behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, like personally, though I think like the whole thing with Nick is like there's a combination. Yeah, he wants to do other, but I think he's probably tired of her bullshit. It could be like there's a plan, but also like you look at the weakest link and who's been leaking all the information. It's been Brittany. She them over all the time. We wouldn't know about the litigation lounge if it wasn't for her mods. We wouldn't know half the shit that was said because it was her. So they probably sitting there. It's like this idiot leaks everything, and that's what he said in the beginning. He didn't trust her in the beginning because she leaked shit, and they're like, okay, we got to toss this bitch off the ship. You know what I mean? And that's who they are, and that's pretty much it. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna do some other things. I don't know, but personally. I hope not. I hope that this litigation goes, you get this litigation going and things come to a fucking end.
Here's what I think, B-Tim. I think they're going to look for any reason to blame why they are possibly lost, right? And I heard Nick with my own ears lie, because what he said the other day is that at the February 18th hearing, the entire hearing was based off what Brittany said the day before and the day before. And that's not true. The only time anybody was mentioned, and it wasn't even by name, is when my attorney said I tried to start discovery, and in turn his client said I was harassing her, and that I'm a back alley attorney. That's the only time Brittany was brought up during that. So it's almost like they're trying to make excuses, like we would have won if Brittany didn't keep this going. You would have never won because your whole litigation was frivolous.
I mean, wasn't Hong on Twitter saying you were paying your lawyer in blowjobs?
Sure did.
I mean, like, that didn't help the situation. It wasn't like he was calm and collective, Mr. Hong.
That's the other thing, right? Like, they were the ones on Twitter, Hong especially, going every single day, tweeting, making comments about me, about Barbecue, about whatever. But all of a sudden, they're going to say Brittany's the reason it was drug out, and there was never a motion filed that had anything to do with whatever Brittany was saying or doing, ever. The only thing Brittany ever did was cause Lesniak to get a few extra emails from my attorney. So, they're trying to do this blame game, and in my opinion, is to justify why they lost instead of acknowledging that the whole thing was baseless.
It was baseless, and that's the thing. And it's like it's a sad situation that a missing child had to be dragged into this whole thing,
Yep.
and hundreds, like all this money had to be wasted for attorneys. When simply put, you could have, they could have been fucking civil about it if they had a disagreement about, or everyone just been civil about it, and that's pretty much it.
That's what I
He did-
said.
If he would have just not harassed Chris and Katie, or would have been open to a conversation and been like, hey, you want to talk about what's our disagreements, and everyone been civil, things would have been fine. But instead, these people made it a very toxic environment. They divided a bunch of people into two groups, and now we're seeing the end result of it. It's
And
It
he
was
was
a-
still saying that the other day. He's like the hate channels, the hate channels. No, you are the hate channel.
yeah.
You are the one that doxed people. You're the one that threatened people. You're the one that split the community and made it an us versus them, immediately labeling us all dark channels, hate channels, blah, blah, blah. He did all of that. And it is easy to distract people and be like, yeah, because everybody hates Brittany. Let's go ahead and put it on her. And quite frankly, I don't give a fuck. We knew this was going to happen. Put a
Yeah.
1 in the chat if you knew they were going to abandon Brittany at the end. We all fucking knew it was going to happen. But to downplay it and dismiss it like, oh, well, she's the reason we lost. No, that's bullshit. He's
Well,
just trying to distract.
I think the reason why you go.
This situation unfolding right now was not a matter of if, it was a matter of when. We saw it
Mhm.
a year ago. Over a year ago, we saw this happening. It was just a matter of when. And the first sign of it was when Bullhorn Betty, who is friends with Nick and in with him, right, was the first to come out and say that Brittany is drama. She was like firing a warning shot, right? But the whole way it's unraveling, like I agree, she's just the excuse that they're using. It's infuriating to see, because it absolutely proves that this entire thing was frivolous. It was
Yep.
totally unwarranted, totally a game to them. When it's a fucking game to them, when the lead guy who's driving all the litigation can come out here and just toss out chum like, okay, let's just I can settle it right now with a fucking debate in Pennsylvania with people I have no control over. Fuck you.
Right.
Like, what we were going to debate about? That's the question. Like, I don't know what was the debate we could have been.
Right. And who was
that-
going to be the judge of the debate?
He said he was going to be the judge, and I was going to debate the lemon.
Wow.
Who has no idea about the Sebastian Rogers case. I don't know what we were going to talk about.
Isn't it nice though that I guess if you go and debate him, I'm no longer part of a RICO and interfering with the search efforts for this missing
Right.
child.
I mean, if only like
What a mockery.
Well, if only the mafia could have done that. Like Al Capone could have just debated some rando on the street. He could have not been named at the
Well,
racketeer case.
Imagine all the escaped convicts. If only they had somebody to go live and talk about it, they could
Yes.
distract the investigation from looking for them.
Well, fuck finding Sebastian. Now we have B. Tim and Sinner or Lemonhead debating, and isn't that just so much more important? Fuck you.
in the Four Season auditorium. I'm like, it could fit 50 people. Like 50 people? I don't even think you'll get one person to show up. What do you need 50 people? What are you doing? Like,
He
what
needed one live event to sell to his to whoever he's selling some documentary to. We got this live event happening that's going to be the big finale, the big debate of
Oh,
nothing.
we're gonna have police there and right out the Four Seasons and blah blah blah. Who remembers when Nick said this before, right before court? He said he'll have cameras there and we'll do an in-person debate. He said all this before.
And then they're going to hire rioters probably.
Does anybody else
not-
remember that when he said that he's gonna have a production with them for an in-person debate?
Yeah, it's
I
just so
remember.
weird. It's just so weird. The whole thing was weird. And I'm like, I knew it was bullshit because I was like sitting there. I'm like, there is no way that you would be able to do something like that because number one, you would have to get all the sign off of all the plaintiffs. Then you would have to basically probably have to go to your attorney, and your attorney would have to look through it, and then I would have to get an attorney, and it would never agree. You would think getting multiple people to agree, and then even if you magically got all that shit done, then you would probably be like, okay, so you're going to have to put the money in like a trust or something, some sort of money until it gets executed.
Stupid.
And it would just be like,
It's crazy to me that anybody even considered that it would be a fucking possibility.
it's
Like the
not a
people in the
possibility.
chat that were like, beats him, you have 72 hours to respond. Fuck you. No, he doesn't.
It's not
First
my
off, you
decision
will
to
be
make.
paying my attorney fees regardless because I fucking won. Until and unless the Superior Court decides otherwise, I won. You already owe me attorney fees. So this idea that like, oh, I'll just settle Granny out and blah, 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 it is such a slap in the fucking face. And it is, again, solidifying what I've been saying, which is I was never their fucking target and he knows it.
Yep.
And instead of him being man enough to just say that, he's trying all these other sneaky slithering ways to fucking come around. It's disgusting.
I
Hey,
mean,
Jay, thank you so much, sweetheart. Jan Broy says, I took it as a drama at court surrounded just her, which still isn't true, though. Although it was her people that kept having the courtroom swatted under the fucking lie that we were live streaming. So maybe that is what he's talking about, but you know, they had no problem running with that when they wanted to file a ridiculous filing on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I mean, can we not forget that either? I'm glad if people want to forgive Nick and they want to have a, you know, if you want to have a debate with him or whatever, beats him. But honestly, I just.
I wanted him to jump on panel because the more he talks, the better. That's the
But for
thing.
who?
And also, he accused me of trafficking, like basically trafficking children, and I wanted to confront him about that. And he also accused me of interfering with an investigation of missing children. So if you're going to say shit like that to me, I would like you to say it to my face and tell me the cases that I interfered with missing children cases. So that's the
Yeah,
truth.
but do you really think it's going to do anything other than bring him relevancy?
I think it will bring people to see he's full of it.
I think people
Just
already
like-
see that, though. Whoopsie Daisy, thank you for the gift.
But still, I mean, like, just like you have the ability to defend yourself and your reputation, I like to defend myself. If the guy's going to accuse me
Oh, I get it.
of basically interfering of children, like missing children's investigations and saying being part of a trafficker, I like to defend my reputation. So that's it. That's all. And if he does, and he's probably not going to jump up because if he does, that'll be the dumbest decision he ever makes because it's a recorded live stream. And guess what? That could be used as evidence.
Yeah. I don't think Nick's looking for anything other than relevancy.
Probably. I mean, it is what it is.
Thank you, Gold Dust. I do believe that was part of their intent was to get on TMZ. I think they thought we would back down and not fight it and all the things in between. Absolutely.
TMZ is so weird. It seems like they don't report on any cases unless it's like an insider trip, like a celebrity.
Well, but also yes, also the minute almost immediately Lemon disqualified himself and lost by saying I'm just gonna beat him up.
Yeah, that's kind of weird situation.
That's how you lose a debate is by like that. That's the you've completely lost.
I've debated that idiot before and I won twice.
I know.
Weird.
I know.
He is weird.
I mean, like
They're all fucking weird.
I mean, in the end of the day, also, like, if you think that you're going to assault me, I'm not going to try to fully put you in jail and sue you in court. You're out of your fucking mind. I will fucking do that. It's not a question of if. It would be like if he tried it just would be just how it is.
Like this comment right here, though, is exactly my point on Nick is delusionally dangerous, right? The nerve to even say I have a proposal, GW, where we can make bygones be bygones. Like, are you fucking kidding me? First off, you don't have and you don't have the ability to make that proposal. So thank you for telling us all that you are the Scrivener and the head man in charge of this litigation, not Lesniak. Yep. And the idea that any of this is now is a fucking mockery, not just to me, but to Sebastian. Like this whole year of accusing me of interfering and being the one with blood on my hands and blah, 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 blah. And now he so easily demolishes all of it to say, oh, if you come and debate me in person.
You know what's crazy?
And then to say that he feels like he's a peace negotiator for the Middle East. So I'm sorry, would you go to Syria and say, hey, why don't you just have a fucking debate with the Middle East and then we'll call it a day?
I'm sure that would work out for that debate. Sure.
For Syria to have a debate with the Europe.
Do you know what the biggest delusional person was? The Levin was like, I could have called up Nick and settled the case with Brittany J and pulled her out. I was like, what?
They're all delusional.
I didn't hear that.
He said that.
That's the other reason why I don't feel any pity for Brittany either, because the reality is she could have at any fucking point withdrawn herself from all of this, and she didn't. She didn't
Yep.
bother to do it because it was
Yeah.
free, because it was giving her attention, and because it was against me. She
Look-
deserves everything she has coming her way.
Look at
Every
Mr.
little
Taco.
bit of it.
Mr. Taco and Aunt Burrito, they pulled themselves out of it. They knew they knew what was going on. They said, "Let me get the fuck out of this case," and they ran.
Yeah.
Also, and I love how Nick is like, oh, this chaos that you guys are doing back and forth because of this thing. Dude, you're the chaos starter. You're the fire starter.
He's the one under at night all the fucking time making all types of asinine fucking statements.
I mean, we used to have a pretty chill situation where the worst that ever happened was we said mean things on the internet against each other and made videos. And then these idiots come around and they make it everything legal with lawyers and shit like that and make everything fucking 10,000 times worse.
Now,
You just-
Busen, why don't you ask Nick to come to New York to debate you?
Well, he can't. Well,
Oh, that's right. He can't leave the
he
state. of
can't leave the
Pennsylvania.
state.
No shit.
If Nick hadn't been restricted from his own terrible behavior on the internet from his by his parole officer, then he would be much more active and being much more vile on the internet than he is right now. He has Hong to do that for him.
Skolnick was never in the RICO to bounce. And even with the tacos, their declarations had nothing to do with myself or barbecue.
Yeah, but I just used them as an example. As
No,
people
I
that
know.
realized that when they started seeing their statements being changed here and there, they were like, "Oh fuck, let me get the fuck out of this thing." And they,
I mean, the tacos came out and said, that's not what I said. That's not what I wrote. Like they said that their shit was fraudulently typed up.
yeah,
These are the type of people we're dealing with.
and that just shows you that Brittany could have easily said, but this is a problem with Brittany, her entire life. She's always fucking run away from problems and hide, just like why she doesn't go to the hospital, why she doesn't go to a doctor,
Why she
and
doesn't go to visit her children.
Well, that's
No, I
that's
said
another
it.
reason. I mean, I don't care a fuck if you say that lady's a weirdo. I mean, like, I couldn't believe that she's like, I didn't leave my children, but I left my children.
Can we also reel it in when people are sitting there saying the other day, when you're taking your moral stances, you gray members saying how gross it was of me to say everything I said pertaining to Brittany, admitting that she didn't even fight for her kids? Don't forget that this bitch asked Nick the Hat, a local fucking criminal, to me to search in to see if I have custody of my children or not. Brittany directing a man, a fucking grown ass convicted man, to look into my children, but you all sit there and turn a blind eye to that, right? And we know she did it because Angela fucking put it out, showed the messages.
Well, I mean, they're too busy like trying to report Kathy P and try to have her kids taken away. So you know how it is.
Right.
They're
and I'm not
busy.
too sure that Lesniak has a decent reputation, not in my area where he works. Sorry. And he certainly won't for long.
And then he's still trying to put things in criminal terms, right? So he's like, oh no, it's okay that Brittany's not even the main victim. It's
the chief victim.
Yeah,
the chief victim.
No, he said victim in chief. And it's up to Valenti whether she gets to decide or something.
She doesn't get to decide anything, actually,
No.
anything at all. But I'm glad that he told me that Julie's the one that did that after fucking emailing me and thanking me for how kind I've been to her. Because Julie, you are a local woman to me. It would be a lot easier to get your assets than it would any other person. You're
Well,
not
can you
bought
take
for
her
a
dog? She got mad at me when I said
I don't want her dog.
She was like,
But also, when you look at her claims on I mean, basically,
they're about her mother. She has no right to even bring them.
Yeah, exactly. Her claims are so fucking weak. You just told us, Nick, that you've lost the case.
Right.
Her claims are the weakest in the entire fucking claim.
well, that's what I was saying. I was like, thanks for telling us that Brittany's case is completely garbage on this live stream. I mean, thank you very much for that. But I think they know they lost, and that's why he's doing it. I think he knows he's lost, and he's like, trying to get attention, trying to get something going, probably.
Well, look, when he did his little thing over there the other day with Bruce Castor and Joseph Lesniak, he had less than 20 people fucking watching. He does a thing on Brittany. He admittedly himself says there's 400 people. That is doing. And he's going to try to weasel his way in here. He's going to try to cause fucking havoc and chaos between all of us. I wouldn't doubt there are other people that are part of him and being agitators to try to cause conflict between all of us because they're fucking crumbling. They're going to try to do something that's going to cause something for us.
Yeah. Wait, he only had like 20 people with
Yes.
the Bruce Smith? I didn't even know he had a chance. I didn't give a fuck to watch him, to be honest with you. I still don't give a fuck to watch him. The only reason why we watched him was because it was like restreamed. I couldn't give a fuck to watch his channel.
I checked in on it because I was curious. It was boring as fuck.
Yeah, it's like the issue is like, you know, there's a different energy to being a live streamer.
Well, also it's way overproduced. He's got that fucking music that ayo ayo bop 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 ayo ayo. You know, it's fucking overproduced as if he's on a national like on News Nation or something. You
Because
know?
he thinks he is. He thinks he's on the same level as them. This guy is scarily delusional. He's scary. His delusions are scary. The course even said it, for fuck's sake. The judge.
I mean, the thing is that, you know, when you're live streaming, people want to hear you. They don't want to see an overproduced fucking television talk show. If they wanted that, they would watch TV. It's like,
what was so fucking funny about it is that he's got this way overproduced introduction. You think that like Walter Cronkite's about to come on, the second coming of Walter Cronkite's about to come on. But for the first 15 minutes, he had audio issues and you couldn't hear anybody. So everybody was just talking into the mic, including Castor, and you couldn't hear them.
Ugh. Losers. Yeah, so I just found the thing right here. Does anybody else remember when Julie Valente pretended that she was missing in Tennessee?
Yes.
You remember that, Clue?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
I don't remember if she was actually responsible for it, but I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, she had somebody email Brittany pretending to be a friend of hers, and Brittany and her mother saying, "Oh no, we can't find her. She went searching for that missing child and now we can't find her, blah, blah, blah." And that's when her mother became of discussion. So when Julie puts in her litigation, "Oh, my mother's been doxxed in her employment by Granny," that is so fucking untrue. It was Brittany that had that discussion. I didn't even involve myself in it. I'm the one on Mother's Day that told you get off my panel crying like a fucking baby back bitch and go spend time with your mother.
I don't know why. See, I don't know why. I think I only talked to her once on the Queen's panel. She was like crying a lot.
Yeah, all she ever did was cry. And if you go to Reddit, there's a bunch of information about her. A lot of people remember it.
Did Brittany call her mommy?
No, but Brittany did this whole thing where she exposed the name of Julie's mom and they looked up the Facebook and da-da-da-da-da. That was all them.
Yeah, it just sucks that you got dragged into it because it sounds like because of Brittany J, you got dragged like full circle because of the Valente thing and because of her naming you as like that. She just completely fucked you over for no fucking reason.
I know. After emailing me, thanking me for how kind I've been to her, saying that she knows that I'll keep the confidentiality of the email, tell me she would never associate with somebody like Nick who threatens truth serum on people and everything so forth. And then 10 days later, she's signing this declaration against me. Like, that's a lunatic. That's that you're like mentally unstable when you do shit like that.
I'm
like,
surprised.
that is sick.
Like, why wasn't Brittany J like named instead of you?
Right.
That should have been the case.
This is a woman who so badly wanted to be something special that she literally got in bed with the people she was dogging against just a few days prior.
Yeah.
Woman has been begging for attention from all of this, from her horrible acting days to her books to her all her other bullshit. Now she's in another Facebook group going at some local canine or some local dog organization. And I see you over there trying to get your workouts in, Julie. Did you get a little chubby tummy there? Fucking bitch. Now I'm paying attention again. Now I'm paying attention.
Oh.
Telling people I have the military gave me passes to go ahead and go into Proudfoot home with her without their permission.
That doesn't work.
That's when she lost me. When I knew she was crazy was when she was insisting that she could get into their house.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Caffeinated Duchess, thank you. He had the whole Secret Service earpiece with the fake news organization branded decor behind him. All he needed was the neuralizer from Men in Black. Yeah, and before that, she said the army was watching her location, but all of a sudden she's missing in the woods. That woman is so mentally unstable. All of them are.
Wow.
Don't ever forget it. Like, I know it's easy to get caught up in YouTube, like drama and he and the entertainment of it all, but these people are not entertainment. They're dangerous.
The lady
They're
got
fucking
mad.
dangerous.
The lady got mad at me for a joke about like her dog being repossessed, and she's like, "I need to meet you at a local Starbucks in
Yeah.
New York, and I can show you how I can search with my dog." I'm like, "What the fuck am I dealing with?" And then she goes into full fucking military fatigues in the courthouse. What the fuck were we watching? I was sat there. I was like, "Why is this lady in military fatigues walking
She-
into the courthouse?"
She's also the one who was in private messages with Terry Lynn asking for my docs and made that weird comment about my cat. Anybody else remember that?
No, but that
Yeah,
wouldn't
fucking
surprise me.
sick.
That wouldn't
Sick,
surprise
sick.
me.
It's just so easy to forget everything because so much is going on. But yeah, these people are fucking dangerous. There's a plan. There's no doubt about it. There's a plan.
Well, there's always
Why
a
all of a
plan.
sudden, right before the ruling of next week, and I know ruling's going to take a little bit of time. That's why he said 30 to 60 days. But why all of a sudden is he coming around and now going at Brittany and now apologizing to Queen and now wanting to debate you? Why now?
I didn't know why did I get an apology? You accused me of fucking stop
Right.
fucking missing. Like, name one family. I've never even contacted a family. Never contacted a family at all. Never had a phone call. The only time I've talked to people is when they jump on a panel and I happen to be there. That's the crazy thing. I do not contact families. I do not have conversations with them. It's not something I do. When I'm like trying to get their cell phone numbers or trying to meet them or anything like that. Doesn't happen.
No,
Never.
they're the ones that did that. They're the ones that went to a vulnerable father of a missing child and presented themselves as a private intelligence group that works for the elite.
Yeah, well,
And they at first they were going to take half a mil, but now their services cost $1 million.
I mean, hopefully they got the money, and when you win, you can get that money from them.
They
You
don't have
know?
no fucking money. And
Oh.
he already owes a judgment. But you know what? And the fact he keeps saying there's 12 plaintiffs when there's 10, it's scary how little
Oh.
these people know when you literally rip somebody's entire life upside down and you don't even know the basics of your fucking litigation.
The funniest part was when reality just like said, "Wait a minute, where's the other 5 people?"
Right.
Because
Even reality knows it. That's pretty bad.
reality starts getting mad at him and starts calling him like, "You're a felon." I'm like, that didn't stop you from liking him before. What the fuck is going on?
I'll never forget when Brittany said, anybody who fucks with a rat is an idiot. And then she claimed she never said it. She did.
Yeah, she did.
But Nick even said himself, he remembers that Brittany trashed the fuck out of him. But you still got in bed with him to try to ruin people's lives. That's insane to me.
Yeah.
It's you must have a budget of at least $2.5 million to even talk to them.
Yeah,
Says right-
exactly.
Says right there on their website. And somebody in the chat asked when they started. I'm pretty sure it was September 2024.
Oh, that beats me. I don't have a budget of $2.4 million. Does anyone else here have one? Because I don't have that.
Or at least that's when they started their intelligence part. They were doing at night, like
I know it's been an organization for years because JLR and Magnolia were part of it. And that's how they came into the case because they were done chasing that missing criminal person or whatever. They saw that JLR was getting a lot of attention off the Sebastian Rogers case. Nick reached out to JLR. They had a conversation. JLR said, if you're going to come in it neutral, blah, 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 supposedly, whatever. And then next thing you know, Nick's out here saying he's a private intelligence group and they're working on behalf of Seth Rogers and all of that. So that's how he got brought in. And he
What
even
about-
said, thanks to the due diligence of JLR and his subscribers, we're now joining the Sebastian Army.
Bro, and then it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying Seth is normal because I honestly don't think he has the normal sensibilities, and I'm sorry to say that, but if Seth and I were normal, I would be really fucking pissed.
Seth isn't normal because here's the thing. Seth had to realize a long time ago that this caused nothing but chaos in his child's awareness. Seth himself is even posting things about his own child, so he doesn't give a fuck. Again, the plaintiffs at any point could have removed themselves from this litigation. They all, as adults, actively decided to stay. I saw Body had a good point the other day in the chat. She said, I think that Seth thought he was going to get communications between GW and Chris Proudfoot and Barbecue and Chris Proudfoot through Discovery. But he had to realize early on that they never even attempted Discovery.
Yeah.
So, come on.
Yeah, and the fact is that I think he got, I think he let his hate and his anger get the better of him. You know what I mean? And that's the situation. That's kind of like the whole situation here. Brittany J left their hate for you to get the better of her, and Tony probably did the same thing with fucking Barbecue Lady, and all these idiots just got bamboozled. And in the end of the day, like, I don't have any sympathy for them when the judgment hits. I have more sympathy for you guys because you guys have to put out the cash and hunt your money down. You
That's what I'm saying. Like Brittany's in there acting like, oh, even the dark side sees what they're doing. It don't fucking matter. People saw for over a year what you're fucking doing. It doesn't stop what's happening from happening. Now, if you live via just the internet and all you care about is the internet's validation, yeah, we see what they're doing, Brittany, and we're laughing at you. We're not sympathizing with you. We all told you it's going to happen. You fucking deserve it.
Yeah, we told you this a while ago. We said you are the fall players. I think I specifically said that. I'm pretty sure in a live stream, like, you are the fall person, dummy. But
I have to say, it was pretty damn funny for Brenda Sue to write within 2 hours of each other on my comment in my comment section that Nick is a good person.
Yeah.
And then on Brittany's channel, she's like, Brittany, I think something's off with Nick. I think something's wrong. I think you need to talk to Seth.
Well, she wrote that in my comment section too. Yes, we saw
really?
Nick. We saw Nick went to the dark side. Like, shut the fuck up.
What?
And the reason Nick is saying that Brittany's popular and brings in an audience is because he recognized that hate in Brittany's popular and brings in an audience, and he wants to capitalize off of that.
Yeah, that's true. And it's funny. It's funny that he says like drama is illegal, and I'm like, bro, you're doing drama. This is pure drama. Are you?
Nick entered all of this with drama and threatening illegal acts, like the fact that he was going to truth serum the suspects. That is so fucking illegal. Yeah. But don't worry, because he's friends with Penn State Hospital and they're going to help him do it. And all the delusions this guy came out with from the beginning. It's all a fucking joke.
I miss the good old days where we didn't have to worry about litigation, lawsuits, and we just talked shit on the internet. That was a good time.
Yeah, this is the guy that does it. You know what I mean?
I can't get that scenario out of my head. I was live a bit ago and, talking about what ifs and Clue said, what if Brittany was given truth serum?
Like Craig enters the room, Brittany's given truth serum. Did anybody else notice that every time that man entered the room, she changed the subject real quick?
Oh, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. No, he does not know. No. He doesn't even know what's happening with it. No fucking clue.
But I can't get out of my head the idea of doing like a dramatics, like or like a stream where we pretend that we're somebody pretends that they're Brittany on Truth Serum. I don't know. Or she just can, or remake the movie Liar Liar with Brittany at the center.
Her whole life would crumble. But I'm telling you, Craig is the truth serum. He says it in the background all the time. He sells her out all the time. And just the fact that she changed the topic every single time he entered the room tells you enough right there. Because Craig, now you have to ask yourself, Craig, over there saying, oh, Grady's had 3 lawsuits that she lost and nobody knows. You're a fucking idiot. You're the one in 3 lawsuits that you lost and you don't know it. But now the question rises, if even her own co-plaintiffs have turned on her, who's the common denominator? You fucking idiot.
True.
You wouldn't marry her and they wouldn't fucking put their hands on a Bible for her either.
You know, the funny thing is that when the lemon went in there and he says, I agree with 50% of what Nick says about Brittany.
Well, and that's what I said to Brittany the other day. You think that he cares about you? He used you because he needs your audience because he hates the same people as you. But look how quick he was to let me off the hook for this litigation when you claim I'm your big bad wolf. Also, he can get his paws in to fucking beat him. Mm-hmm. That right there tells you these people. See, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Well, he's going to get like a mighty surprise when he sees it. Because the thing is, I think the only reason why he wants to fight me or meet me in person because he thinks I'm a 78-year-old man and he can only threaten geriatric people. So I think that's pretty much it. And it's just a weird situation. And he's just going to find out if he ever meets me in person. I'm not a geriatric person. But let him find out. It is what it is. Well, I don't like self-stitch. So I'll just keep it quiet. Anyway.
Who are you referring to? No Pinocchios allowed? Do we really believe he knows nothing? Are we saying no one has contacted him through his TikTok or YouTube? I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's about Craig.
Oh,
no, yeah, Craig doesn't know anything. He doesn't know.
I don't think Craig knows.
We had the trend in.
Craig, you lost. Brittany lost the anti-slap. and he still won't accept it because Brittany still says the judge said there was no merit.
This motherfucker didn't even know that I don't even think he still knows that Lemon Turd has like 64 emails with his fucking girlfriend secretly.
Wait, what is it? What did I hear about? He sent Brittany photos of himself.
What?
What?
Yeah. There was this whole like controversy that Sinner sent photos of himself to Brittany. It was implied that there was some type of that would explain why Brittany called him babe and then try to play it off like I call everybody babe. Hey Caroline, hey babe. But then suddenly the next day nobody's babe again.
Probably a
Just
what?
like she did when she love bombed the cat after everybody called her out for kicking a cat. All of a sudden, oh my cat, love you cat. Next day, all you hear is,
Fiance said it's probably a painting.
oh,
Maybe it's an artwork. Maybe it's a drawing. He gets pissed off when I say it's a drawing.
Hmm?
He's like, it's a painting.
yeah, because
Okay,
then
it's a
Pink was
drawing.
saying, I want the picture that you sent Brittany. Yes, this did
Oh,
happen.
yeah, you're right. I remember that.
Mhm.
I paint, B. Tim.
Ah, paint.
Oh, that's my favorite, dude. That is my favorite. I don't draw, I fucking paint. Hey, we see you. Calm down.
Hey, paint, B. Tim, I paint.
Bro, that's crazy. He's just like, and that's his head. And then imagine, like, in my position, my thought process is like, listen, you signed these documents with Nick, and then your mod now is going at Nick. Like, are you fucking stupid? If the guy really cared two shits about you, he would keep his fucking mouth shut, and he would not jam you up. That's as simple as that. You are in a shitty position. She's too dumb. She didn't read any of the paperwork she signed. She could have signed her whole house away. We don't know.
She did.
Yeah.
You don't think it costs more to pay for this than her house is worth? I assure
Yeah.
you.
But I'm just saying, like, she could have signed a bunch of documents she has no clue about that's like in some sort of subclause that completely fucks her over. That's why you have attorneys look over documents. You never sign something without an attorney. It's like crazy to me.
Craig's a damn liar because Craig's the one that said, can't we like pay Sinner to dox people for us and go
Yep.
real life?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah, I don't even think Craig would be jealous. I think he'd be fucking thankful. We all know he's in DMs with women from the internet.
Oh my God.
But the fact that, like, I'm just telling you, something's amiss here. The fact that Sinner's going at Nick, and then he's going at Brittany, and then he's defending Brittany, now he's going back at Nick. I mean, come on.
Well, to be fair, he's fucked in the head. I mean, the guy, did you ever listen to his lives? Sometimes he loops. He's like, fuck P. Tim, I'm going to beat the fuck out of him. Fuck Queen Bee, she's a crackhead. She chokes her kids. Fuck Granny's watching. She's a cancer scammer, and she's got her butt cancer scammer. And then he's like, goes around in circles, and then he goes back to it. And then he randomly says, hello there, casual. Hello
Yeah,
there. You know,
he's always fucking full of anger. Dude's fucking weird.
Marijuana,
like-
crack, coca-meth. Marijuana, crack, coca-meth.
Oh my God, that's getting clipped. That's getting so fucking clipped. That's done for. Clip that shit right now. That's Grammy's new super chat.
I remember hearing about that, Heather, because the Midnight Society is from Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah. Now his name changed 3 times this past year. Nick's name, his group.
3? Is it
Yeah.
just 3? I feel like it's more than that.
It might be more than that, absolutely, but it certainly has changed a lot.
I lost track.
Nick could be used as subliminal messaging for manipulative, malicious purposes, offering money for a debate, and is to anyone who will sell him information, i.e., a bounty. I mean, yeah. Listen, I know there's something bigger happening. I'm not falling for it.
And I just think, like, honestly, like, people need to be careful, especially what you say, because it's like, and you know what I mean? Like, these people, they try to piss you off to say something online so that they can use that against you or the litigation or something like that. And
Well, here's the other thing, right? I seen this keep being stated the other day, that what Nick did didn't harm litigation at all. I seen them saying that the whole time. It didn't harm, this doesn't impact litigation. The fuck it doesn't. You don't think this has you don't think the man that sued me for whatever like the time willing to drop it all for an in-person debate with somebody that, quite frankly, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I know
Bro.
you beat him, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, you don't know.
Doesn't-
You don't even know what I look like. You don't even know my
Right.
fucking name.
Right. You don't think that impacts the litigation? I assure you it absolutely fucking does.
To me, it looks just as bad as Tony texting Barbecue and saying, I don't care, I'll just sue you into oblivion just to lose.
Right.
It looks just as bad. It may not be as probative evidentiary wise, but it is just as it is the same type of admission.
Yeah, it's basically saying we just did this lawsuit as BS.
Right. It's again proven that this was a slap lawsuit. So if people think
Yep.
that this isn't proof of that, yes, it fucking is. And at first I'm like, all right, I got his comments, but it'd be better. I was thinking about asking B Tim, like, go ahead and say you'll do it so we can get him, one-on-one admitting that it's him. But then he uploaded it to his channel. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, there you go. There's the proof it was him. KB says their entire so-called lawsuit was empty and it had no teeth. They failed on every step of what is required for a lawsuit by failing to do any of them. I don't understand why they have one supporter. Me neither. I don't either.
I know, and look, and also all the broken promises, like this whole thing that they were going to search for Sebastian, they're going to get Trump there to search for him. These are all fucking promises this guy made, this group of people have made, and they've done nothing. And look at the father now; he doesn't go on his channel. I heard the rumor that he's on fucking Roblox. I've heard that rumor on his kid's account, trying to say, "Have you seen Sebastian Rogers or some shit?" That's the rumor I heard.
Yeah.
And pretty much that's it. And there's the problem is like no legitimate channels are touching. Just like Unchained has said, like, remember, like you said, that they kind of fucked themselves over by like what they did, that the legitimate media wouldn't attach themselves anymore because of what they've been doing.
Right. Well, that's the thing, right? All these people that were of professional value no longer speak about Sebastian. Nancy Grace took down the interviews. Vinnie Politan had one more, stream of nobody's talking about Sebastian, and Nick knows that. Nick knows there's no trending case he can jump on to make himself popular. So this is his angle, is to use the anti-BJ hate. It's all a way for them to get publicity. It always has been.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, Freedom. It absolutely does. I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds of all this happening when it is? Come on. Nick's been quiet. Nobody's giving him any attention. He's tried desperately by tagging people on Twitter. Oh, if you don't take down the live recordings from the courthouse and blah, blah, blah. He was just threatening to sue other fucking creators. I feel like we know, but I also feel like people don't know. I don't know how to say it, Lazy Wolf.
Well, people don't know, like, because no one talked about Nick for like fucking ever.
Right.
Like, no one didn't even thought about how people have talked about, because he does these nasty comments online. I think the last time really people talked about Nick or Hong was during the what was the order of protection barbecue did on them?
Oh yeah, for her daughter.
Yeah, that they were harassing the daughter.
Yeah.
And they had to go to an order of protection, and then Bruce Castor's son was representing them, which
Apparently.
was weird. Yeah.
Yep.
Which was very weird.
Well, and the fact that Nick keeps saying again, attorneys.
Yeah.
Well, keep validating that Bruce Castor's name was never properly removed, and keep saying attorneys, and letting us know that you are still in bed with Bruce Castor, who, may I remind everybody, when somebody called Bruce to question why their loved ones' military cards were in their exhibits, Bruce Castor turned around and said he doesn't really know those people. They're all weird regarding at night. That's what he said.
I swear to God, that should be like put out like a quote that you should have. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I should play it again. He says something like all media, they're all weird. Something like that. Like basically stay away from those guys. I have nothing to do with them. And that's what he's saying in private emails too, right? Bruce Castor, when you're trying to dissociate yourself from this, too bad you never did it the proper ways.
Well, it doesn't really help that your son represents them in a protective order here.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of, and then, what I mean? It's weird. I mean, and it's like, I sit there and I look at like Nick, and I'm like, he talks about all the people, like celebrities, and it's like, man, like, what do you think, like the fame is like get like a common cold that it's just going to wipe onto you just because you're associated with celebrities? If you are, it doesn't work that way. You don't become famous or you become likable because people are near you that are famous. It doesn't work that way. You have to do things that people like.
You know what cracks me up about Nick thinking he's more important than he is, even when he was like, this got more views than Bruce Castor. Like to him, he idolizes these people, but all these people, including him, that he flexes, they all have their reputations aren't that great. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, to you, these are great people. To yourself, you're a great person. But don't ever forget your parole officer said you're not allowed to have any contact with law enforcement at all. Like you're not a great person at all. None
Well,
of them are.
I mean, like, also, it's like no one even knows who fucking Bruce Castor is. He's not really talking about anything that's interesting. He's not really doing an interview. It's just weird. It's like no one cares. It's like you have to realize the audience that you have. If you're like have a missing persons channel, or you just have like a true crime channel, you have to know what the content is, and he just doesn't know. It's like it's weird. It's like I'm a private investigator. It's like, okay, are you an intelligence agent, a private investigator, a news reporter? You're not telling anyone what it is. It's
I
weird.
remember when Bruce Castor said that he said to, I'm looking for it right now. He said to Joseph Lasniak, to remove me off this litigation, I'd hate to escalate things.
Mhm.
Looking for it now. And then when asked in the court if Bruce Castor was working on this, he stuttered all over himself.
Yep. Well, all I know, thinking about all the latest shenanigans that have happened in the last few days, is that parties that are confident in their position in a lawsuit and confident in the outcome do not do the things that Nick is doing right now. And you can expect more. And they pull desperate moves, and sometimes those desperate moves do pay off, because if he's willing to throw money around to desperate people who are putting out their desperation, those desperate people may take the bait. Just saying. So like, last time I witnessed a big round of, RICO accusations and lawsuits flying around, the primary driver of all of that was able to compromise people or pay people to come onto her side. It was a much lower level, shenanigans, not, we're not at the appeal level, and not, it hadn't reached, there weren't lawyers involved like this, but I'm just saying.
Here, you guys want to hear what Bruce Castor had to say when called?
Can't help you. If you looked at the transcript more closely, you'd find out that I am not involved in the case.
Yes.
Consulting with another lawyer who asks me a question about procedure, and I don't know anything about the facts. Does constitute consulting, but I didn't know anything about who was who or anything about the case, so I can't really help you.
Okay. Just as a general terms, why could you tell me why that could be relevant? A greeting card, not the inside, anything's written. It's just there's several of my posts in there, and I don't know how that would even be relevant to anything.
I don't really know anything about the case, so
Okay.
I can't really help you with that.
Okay.
I know who Dwayne Chapman is because I'm his lawyer in Texas.
Okay.
But other than that, and the All Night Media is a company that I represented years ago, but I don't, to my knowledge, I don't have anything going with them now.
Okay.
But I am not involved in that case. There is a lawyer that I know was working on that case from Butler County, which is in the western part of the state.
Now, what's funny here is he says All Night Media, but he also goes to shout out Barbecue's attorney. He doesn't even shout out Lasniak.
Pittsburgh, beyond Pittsburgh. He's a lawyer that I happen to know. His name is Thomas King.
Okay.
K-I-N-G.
Okay.
I don't remember who he represents, but he's actually normal. The rest of these people are not even normal.
You hear that? King's actually normal. The rest of these people are not actually normal. There it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Hear it again.
These people are not even normal. He's a lawyer that I happen to know. His name is Thomas King.
Okay.
K-I-N-G.
Okay.
I don't remember who he represents, but he's actually normal. The rest of these people are not even normal. So maybe he can help you.
So that's what Bruce Castor thinks of Joseph Lasniak, Nick, All Night Media. Not even normal.
Even though he was on that live with Lesniak and Nick.
Right. But there he is in a private call to somebody saying they're not normal. So Yep.
I think so. So Nick has been having these, conversations on justice or something like that. I think he's paying those guests. I just feel like that's the case.
Do you think?
Right.
You think?
I know that's a brilliant, like mind-boggling. Like I know I just broke through the fifth wall by bringing that amazing tidbit to you. But yeah.
I don't even know how he gets all this money, to be honest with you. Like, what the hell how the fuck does this guy have all this money?
I think I don't believe he does have all this money. I believe that Nick is the type of person that presents himself to people as something he's not. I'm friends with Ellen DeGeneres and I'm going to have Sylvester Stallone on. And, I run this company called blah, 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 which is better because I hope he does have these high guests on, because it would be easier to get the news to report on the ruling of the anti-slap in the RICO, so long as he has all these professionals he's associated with. More people to hear it.
Yep.
More people to know. More people to bring awareness to.
Well, then we'll get JLR to sing Queen of the RICO instead of King of the RICO for you.
Yeah. It's just so crazy. It's insane to me that any of this is even happening. But I want to know what made this troll climb out from under his bridge.
I mean, like, it's kind of hilarious a little bit that, like, something so small with Brittany J developed into this bullshit. Like, all right, what was the reason why you guys fought again? I swear to God, you told me.
Because I broke girl code.
What the fuck is girl code?
The third day ever that I live streamed, I had a guest come up named Shaq. Well, Shaq was under a different name. He was under the name of Ecto. I wasn't too sure if it was him or not. He's a very good looking guy. And the chat was saying as much. And I agree that, yeah, he's handsome. Well, apparently that was Brittany's best friend at the time's ex-boyfriend. So I broke girl code.
That's the stupidest fucking reason for an
I know.
argument I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life.
Don't I know it? And it developed from there. And then it became this whole big ordeal. And then I spoke to the other person and we resolved it. Found out Brittany was on the phone. Brittany chimes in and says, well, why you forgive all these people? Why won't you forgive me? I even have panels of her from 4 years ago saying the same thing. Like, you forgive all these others. Why won't you forgive me? And I said, because I just don't fucking like you. I see right through you.
I mean,
and because I never liked her.
Could you make as part of your, like, when you win, like, you say, okay, I'll give you like $1,000 off on the amount of money you owe me, but you have to videotape yourself cleaning your house. Like, just start scrubbing it, and you have to do a live stream for cleaning the house, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Anyway, no, I kid you all not. It was literally girl code. I played a clip from us arguing about it back then, where she was like, you didn't remember I'm a Clover, because apparently I'm a Clover also liked him, and it was like this weird relationship thing, but then admitted that the woman was under a different name, and I'm like, no, I don't fucking remember. That's the video where a kid's screaming saying, you can't lock the door if you're under Brittany's door.
Crazy.
Purely for the sake of clarity, Granny, because I remember this story from way back, and then just for people like me who were on the outskirts of all of this, could you repeat that little scenario, the breaking of the girl code, just for clarity's sake, because how I remember it and how Brittany portrays it are very different things. So I would like you to, it's just my vision.
Well, it's just what I said. It was my third time live streaming. I dropped the panel link. A guy named Ecto came up. Ecto happened to be formerly known as Shaq. He's a good looking guy. The chat was saying as much. I agreed. They all flew in and said, oh, that's great. Yeah. Brittany was like, you broke girl code. You knew that was Melissa's ex and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't owe a stranger over the internet fucking girl code. Not only that, I'm a woman. And yeah, he's a very good looking guy. They never even met in person. It was just this whole big thing. And then she just made it bigger and bigger. She's behind the scenes like, everybody loves Jessica Lynn. Every chat we go in and blah, blah, blah. She's always insecure.
I just can't believe you highlighted he was a very good looking guy like 5-6 times. Like, holy
He's
fuck.
a very good looking fucking guy, BC.
Holy
He really is.
fuck.
And in a female community, to have such a decent looking guy, yeah, the chat was going crazy. Absolutely.
Jesus Christ. I'm just saying, you keep on bringing up that he's a good looking guy like 15 times. Holy fuck.
seen him, you would
Well,
understand. He's a
he
very
wasn't
good-looking guy.
that good looking, but he was good looking.
No, he's good-looking. He's very good-looking.
Here's the part that I find interesting because Brittany is adamant that this maintenance of girl code is like super important to her. It's like a core value almost, which I mean, God bless us
I
all.
guess it is when your man's always cheating on you. And the only thing
Uh,
you have to say to the cashier at the fucking gas station you visit every Friday to buy the alcohol is, hey, but we have girl code, right?
Right. I mean, God, getting a loaf of bread has never been so dangerous. But whenever it comes to this girl code that she claims to adhere to, right, and that she judges everybody else so harshly for, where was that girl code that this woman of morals was hanging on to whenever she invited the person that a court has granted a 3-year restraining order against on your behalf, Granny?
Right.
Where was that girl code then?
Right.
That was non-existent. Just
Rule,
like
Right?
rules for thee, rules for thee.
That's the part that sort of blows my mind a little bit. It's like, how
You know why
many
it
times?
bothered her so much?
Why?
When my attorney wrote rules for thee, not for me, she's like, and Granny put in here rules for thee, not for me, blah blah blah. It's because she knows that's fucking true. That in Brittany's world, it is rules for thee, not for me. But I don't mean to interrupt you, but really quick, look at this.
Thank you
We
for
found
being
it.
so supportive. Prophet of truth. How should I sound muffled to you guys? Let me think of something that I can say. Testing. Craig's looking.
Hold on, let me find the actual part. But go ahead. In the meantime, I do apologize. And no,
I
guys,
mean-
I'm not kidding. It was girl code.
I mean,
No,
that picture's
100%.
that picture's so old that oven is clean.
I know that's right. That picture looked nothing like
But-
her at all.
But when you think about it in the context of, when you think about the reason that she was shutting the door on her screaming child was for girl code.
And that's what I said. And the clip actually ends. And I wish it didn't, because I literally said, I'm not going to sit up here and do drama with you when you have the children in the background having a nervous breakdown.
Well,
It's not worth it.
I remember you saying that. And that actually made her more mad.
Right. She got more pissed off about that. And then when she was called out for it, she came up with this wonderful lie that the children were outside playing in the snow and that the one child playing outside and that the one child locked the other child out. The problem with that is it was around December because it was around my birthday. Because I remember saying I was spending my birthday doing this shit with y'all. So it would have been December and it was well after midnight. So come on. But look what we found here.
Seen the stuff going on today. Put a 1 in chat with Julia the dog handler. I cannot believe any of this is happening. Sebastian's case. Hey Sofa. Hey Joe. Hey Vanilla. Sebastian's case is gone to hell in a handbasket. Hey Kim M2, my love. Shelly Ray, Faye Shepherd, PJ. Yeah, thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. It's a great way to support the channel. Any other way, there's I have links to PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo.
I'm going to tell y'all how Sebastian's case has turned to hell in a handbasket, but not before she asks everybody to send her a bunch of fucking money. I've never heard somebody spend so long on a fucking
Are
drive-by.
entertaining Julia, the dog handler. Now, if you guys remember, I've been very supportive of Julia. Yeah, $200 is bougie for me. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Really?
yeah. So
$400 is a light bill, he says. But just the other day, Brittany said that $8,000 is measly. Okay.
Really big light in.
Or 1,500.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah. All right. So basically, you guys have noticed, right? I haven't really said much about her. And I'm going to tell you why. I made a statement that I was not going to get in the middle of the drama with. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry.
She got to shut him up. Yeah, most of these people have left her.
Casino.
Yeah, $200 would be a card note.
Yeah,
Well,
A car note or the casino, he just said.
got a regular car, like a
small one,
like a little Nissan car, like
This is supposed to be about Sebastian, by the way.
car payment, right?
Where was this
Yeah.
whenever it was Christmas?
Oh,
Right.
With the 15,
car
and
payment is
that
wow.
still blows my
Craig
mind.
keeps up with all of the
Unbelievable.
internet lingo. I can't ever keep up with it.
A casino is a car payment, right? So
Right.
if you're driving
Okay.
like an Altima, like $200-$300 is.
This is
a scene.
unbelievable.
Okay.
Isn't that right?
I guess so. Hell, I don't know. Hey, Karen Powers.
She's
Nice to see
even
you.
she's even
All
like,
right.
shut up.
I see you. Thank you so much for becoming a. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member. I'm gonna lie. Every time I go in that damn Forsaken place, I get anxiety.
I mean, you're not going to get Gucci clothes or anything.
No.
But if you need some tools or some groceries, I mean, what's the difference? You know,
Right, Tiffany.
chicken.
Right, Tiffany, you're beautiful, by the way. I don't know if I told you that, but yes.
She always says that to somebody who donates.
Recap, those of you that may not know. And then I'm going to explain why I'm even bringing this up, because personally,
Here it goes.
I don't care. Like, I don't want to be a
Rise
part.
above,
Like,
people,
what those
rise
people in
above.
those channels do, let them
Top
do
security
what they do. Let them, say what they say. But there was a certain allegation that was thrown out tonight by a specific person who freaking cannot just leave me out of things. And when it comes to Sebastian's case, I genuinely care, and I don't do that. I don't roll in the mud. One thing you will not ever see from me is me trying to plot to deceive subscribers so I can get more views. Or
Oh, that's one thing you'll never see from her, trying to plot or deceive subscribers.
try to,
Never.
do some kind of dirty, underhanded stuff regarding the case so that my channel will advance. I am completely, I think that is disgusting. That is beneath every victim. Like that is,
She'll just use a victim's name to get into a courthouse, but go on.
is a blatant disrespect and disregard to every victim and their family member that we discuss on this platform. So I want to make that abundantly clear right now. So
Uh-huh.
apparently,
So
Terry Lynn
abundantly clear.
pulled her support for Terry Lynn pulled her support for Julia. From my understanding, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't get to go into every single
Here it comes.
sofa.
Oh, look, I love these nuts jokes because Craig made it the nuts jokes, but she's still not talking about the missing child. That's in the title. Interviews of parents of missing deceased kids. Guilty first innocent, part 2.
To me. And
They know me. They love
listen,
me.
don't ever accuse me of something without allegation, or I said allegations. Oh my lord.
Proof.
Don't accuse me of something without proof and receipts to back it. Okay. Just because you don't like me, that doesn't give you a right to just throw my name out there. Okay. So basically, let me stop getting distracted. Terry Lynn, as you know, she has been searching for Sebastian since Sebastian went missing. I mean, she's out there boots on the ground every day. Terry Lynn is someone that I support. I like her. I think she's a genuine creator. I've seen her take her
Aged
own
very
money
well.
and put it into flyers, gads, whatever you name it, to aid in the search for Sebastian. Terry Lynn, from my understanding, is there anybody that doesn't know who Julia is? I mean, I would think by now everybody knows who she is, because this chick has went above and beyond to get her name and face out there. Like,
Here we
it's
go.
disgusting at this point. And let me be clear.
Oh,
I
that part
defended
was
Julia.
accurate.
It's disgusting at this point. Yep.
I
That
backed her.
part was
I
accurate.
thought she was doing
Get your
a
name
great
and
job.
face.
She showed her credentials, but
Co-plaintiff.
this right here is ridiculous what she's doing to Terry Lynn. And
Talent, but no heart.
I'm going to explain my experience with her and why I haven't talked about her or spoke up on her behalf. So Julia is in the military. She
Not rich.
agreed. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. What is she, guys? What's Julia? She
I
agreed
know a little
to
bit about it.
bring her dogs, and
That rumor came up one time because I was live streaming and I said I'm just gonna Uber McDonald's for the kids. It was like 3 years ago.
come to Hendersonville to help aid in the search for Sebastian. Okay. She's a dog handler. She showed her.
Sounds like
I'm not
Army
going to,
Marine
Liza,
thing.
and I'm going to tell you why.
Army Marine.
What she's
Fucking
doing
spit it out
today
bitch.
is wrong. Julia is, instead of being a decent person and letting the drama subside, she has decided to go into channels of people who want to cause problems.
Ooh.
Thank you, Brandy. Good to see you.
Is she a bully?
Have a good night, sweetheart. Anyway, so Julia, it's like coming after Terry Lynn ain't going to work. So
Shut the fuck up.
Terry
Craig.
Lynn asked Julia if she, you know what? That's a good question, Ginger Snap. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody else wants to come up. If there's anybody that's got like
Oh,
more knowledge into this,
fucking
I can tell
God.
you what I have experienced with her.
This is 23 minutes of her just rambling, for fuck's sake. Holy shit.
This is her with her breaking news, just babbling.
Unbelievable.
Exactly,
Everybody
Tiffany.
else gives you one
Yes.
opinion. Brittany gives you all the opinions.
What personal,
Hey,
What
what
personal?
professional person is up in YouTube lives every second they get?
Let me tell
She
you.
is, and
Yes, for anybody unaware, this is Brittany talking about her co-plaintiff Julia. This is where it all began.
the channels that she's going over, like
I know.
it's
You know
obvious what you're
nothing.
doing. If you're going up onto a panel where there's 1,000 people in chat,
Nope.
I see what you're
Can't
doing.
read.
You tried it.
And then you're trying to start all kind of bullcrap about Terry Lynn. Why? And let me tell you something. This
Just take
chick,
the school-
you,
schoolhouse
Julia,
yard.
you should be ashamed of yourself
These
because
grown people.
you know as well as I know that
Here
you
it
can't
comes.
handle backlash at all. She's talking about looking people up. I mean, all kind of crazy shit. So let me tell you.
Oh, your co-plaintiff was doxing people, huh?
I
Oh,
my
Just
support.
learn.
Still is.
Hey, you're taking
Still
away my
is,
seriousness.
Granny.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not.
I'm being
never
serious right now. I'm not
never
playing. Yeah,
I like it.
I could see that, Sophia. Sophia, I
She
could see that.
finally put her foot down with Craig.
But you know what, Sophia? No, that's okay because it all ties in together. It's just more of the same. But I tell you what, I'm not going to be accused of that bullcrap. Y'all can have it. You can absolutely have it. Julia lied to Terry and said that she would search with her, and she never showed. Right, so she never showed. And then what'd she do? She freaking. Did you see receipts from Terry Lynn? Because I have Lemon. I have not.
Oh
Me
my
and Terry
gosh,
Lynn,
get
we
it
have
out.
discussed having a phone call quite a few times to talk about all of this. And she gets busy. I'm ADHD as a mofo, and we just haven't got to it. But I'm pretty sure that me and her have got some of the same weird stuff. So basically, Britt, did you see? Let me see. Anyway, let me just get to it. Okay. So
Yeah, please do.
asked Jules to help her search. Jules agreed.
I got a word search because I can't do this. I don't know how people listen to that shit. Holy shit. I've never heard somebody be so all over the place and can't just spit it the fuck out.
It's
All right.
almost like she was buying time to wait for people to join. I don't know. It's almost like she was drumming up business. That's just my crazy theory.
I agree. I think she does that on purpose. I've noticed that at the beginning of live streams, she'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm so angry. So let me just tell you." And then she will intentionally get herself distracted by a chat.
Yep. All right, here it is. I found it.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to see if I can find this email. It's really weird.
Craig needs a snack.
So,
Then now is your chance to stand up.
you know what? I don't even need to read it. Y'all just let me try to explain it real quick, okay? Exactly, Erica. Terry Lynn wants to find Sebastian. That's it.
Oh my God, Craig, shut the fuck up. Holy
Okay,
shit.
so I got ready to go live. This was about 2 weeks ago. Do you guys remember when the big fight happened between Terry Lynn and
Right, I'm sorry. She doesn't have ADHD. She just uses that as an excuse. No, you're just a fucking idiot.
Jewel? Like when it got really bad. I think Terry Lynn was live about it. She finally went. It was the night, I believe, that Terry Lynn went live and she addressed it. Okay. Terry Lynn goes live and she addresses the stuff about needing a dog handler. And listen, I want to be clear. We're about to get into the topic. We're going to go through these interviews. I just need to say this because I'm being accused. They're saying that there's somebody over in one of these channels saying there is a common denominator in all of this. With T-Rev, there's a common denominator with the stuff happening with T-Rev, the stuff happening with Julia. And they're basically saying, this person said, I'm the common denominator, as if I'm doing some dirt behind the scenes on these cases. First of all, I don't even, I can show every message I have. Every freaking message I have nothing to hide. I don't do stuff like that.
Show them.
So anyway, I get ready.
Show them. Show them all, Brittany. Put it all out. Prove
I hadn't heard
yourself.
from Julia in like 2 or 3 days, okay? I get ready to go live.
Here it is.
I get this really strange email from a Jeff person, okay?
Weird emails lately too.
Well, hold on a second. This person
Yes,
emails me. They claim that they're a good friend of Julia's and that they are wanting to forward an email
Oh my God, Craig's in the back. Like, I've gotten really weird emails too.
to me from Julia's mother. So I'm gonna try to make that make sense. It's a person claiming to be named Jeff.
Here it is.
Exactly, Sofa. T-Rev is a common denominator with all of that. Like I have nothing to do with any of this shit. None of it. Like I said, I can show my messages. All right. I get a message from a person named Jeff. Jeff says that not Jeff H. Sofa. No. He claims to be a good friend of Julia. He said Julia. He needed to forward a message to me from Julia's mother. Okay. So the message from Julia's mother, basically, it says, "Hey Brittany, this is Julia's mom. I have been forced in the last couple of weeks to watch my daughter being ripped to shreds by people all over the YouTube community. My daughter has done this and that. She's been nothing but helpful. And it starts, naming off her achievements and how the pain of watching the horrible things being said about her daughter in the community has taken a toll on her. Like her mom's struggling."
So Julie Valenti, who brought up your mother? Who brought your mother into this shit, Julie? You did. By claiming you were fucking missing. And I will subpoena that email from your co-plaintiff when it comes to punitive damages.
Wow, I never heard this.
Oh, yeah,
This
it gets better.
This is the literal opposite of what we were talking about earlier, where people were contacting other people's mothers. On this particular occasion, Julia Valenti's mother, supposedly, again, because I was not the one who received this, so I have to go with what other people have said. It's their information. This is not in my hand, so I'm just going with what
Just
Brittany
say
said
it,
here.
we. Just fucking say it, girl.
So Julia Valenti's mommy was very worried about her daughter because of all of the things being said by the terrible YouTubes and decided to email Brittany, but got somebody else to email Brittany on her behalf.
Well,
all
no,
of those
it was.
things.
It wasn't just it wasn't just the bad people on the YouTube. She was missing in the woods, and they couldn't find her. Here, let's get
Yes.
into it. Here it
Yes.
is.
The
with
woman
it,
being
and
tracked by
that
the
Julia
army.
doesn't deserve it, and how
Right.
horrible it was. And
Yep.
then she says that she can't find Julia,
What?
that Julia is missing.
What?
Now, my mods are in chat, and they know, they can tell you.
Something
Mods,
don't
can y'all please drop a 1 and vouch
go.
for me that y'all seen this? I'll show my
She later emailed it to Jay, who went over it too. But guess who never did? Granny.
mods this because, and let me tell you what happened. I got this email as soon as I started my live stream. When my music came on, the email shows up. Okay,
Her email wasn't hacked or
there's my
broken.
mods
then.
telling y'all. My mods saw it.
None of those
Said
mods
Julia
are
was
still
missing.
there.
I'm like, what is going on? I show my mods the message, and they say, Brittany, leave it alone. And I'm like,
Yes.
I'm leaving this alone
Yes.
because
That's the thing to do.
Vanilla, there's so many red flags with that. First of all, why would her mother have a third party reach out to me? Secondly, if her mother is that concerned, why would she reach out to me
Instead of the police,
instead of the police? Right.
officials, some
Her sergeant that she's
Here-
taking orders from. So then the next thing I know, Julia shows up like a day or two later.
Fine.
So you want me to tell you what my opinion is?
Yep.
I think that she was trying to get me to go live, or I was already live. She wanted me to read all of this and help make her look like a victim because people were coming after her and she couldn't deal with it.
Yep. There it is.
Anyway, I say all of that to bait me, Trisha. Yes, I say all of that. Yvette, it's a miracle. I say all of that to say, you guys, that something is terribly wrong with this picture. Okay.
Now
Hey,
it's her
Seth, good to see you.
co-plaintiff.
Something is terribly effing wrong with this picture, and she's going into
Now if that's her co-plaintiff, by the way.
Victim in chief, no less.
Right.
Wow.
Yep. So who brought Julia's mom into anything? Julia did when she sent this email that her own co-plaintiff knew was bullshit. And then Brittany, when she brought that email to the internet, then handed the email off to Jay, who also did a live stream on it. Never me. I never spoke about your mother, Julia, ever. Your mother was never doxxed. Her career was never doxxed, not through me. Hope you got proof to back up what you're claiming, because I got proof to back up what I am. The timeline doesn't lie. Let's see what else she said.
she's going into these other chats for what?
Some people are trying to help people.
So,
This
but I'm
is
not.
how jealous Brittany gets because Julia was going into other chats like mine, like Jay's, like other people's. Now she's going to turn on Julie.
Going to be a part of the
Exactly.
distraction for T-Rev at all.
Some people want fame and money, and some people are trying to help the missing people.
Some people want fame and money. Ain't that right, Craig?
Right?
Yes.
What's your intentions?
Yes.
What's your
What's your-
intentions,
You're letting
Brittany?
yourself be
your
played.
intentions?
Brittany, I warned you. You're being used as another distraction for T-Rev, or you are with T.
Why is
Sure,
she only
thanks, sir.
highlighting Sofa King? I'll tell you why. Because Sofa King's from our old community and she knows the real Brittany. So Brittany's overly highlighting this woman's comments and only this woman's comments to kiss her ass because this woman knows the truth of who Brittany is.
The people that were missing.
Sofa, I adore you, but I ever do something like that with the true crime community. Ever.
It's your heart, man.
These are, listen, regardless of how
can be
people
wrong,
might
but-
question.
All right, that might be it. But yeah, so that was the email. That's how Julia's mom came out to the internet. That's why everybody spoke about her, because Brittany exposed that fake email she got from Jeff. From Jeff and Julie's mom saying Julie was missing in Tennessee.
And Brittany goes on to read out the email. Like, Brittany was the one that exposed that. Nobody else could have done that. Nobody
Yeah.
else was in receipt of that email.
To do
Brittany is
that.
the one that did the whole live stream, putting out the whole message. And then she goes on to say that she believes that Julia Valenti is psychologically unwell, and a whole lot more after that. I have that whole stream. And it's just so bizarre at this point that people are now trying to put that on other people. That was 100% Brittany's doing, and no one
all
else.
the way. Yep. All the way. But yet, and the litigation is somehow me, right?
I I have a vague memory of seeing all that, but I swear I didn't know that Julia. First of all, I didn't know that Julia tried to declare herself missing. Second of all, I didn't know that Brittany was calling her out. So at this point, we know that Brittany had already, before she joined as a co-plaintiff with all of these people, she had called out Seth, Tony, Nick, and Julia.
Yep.
And Bullhorn Betty, I'm sure she called out Bullhorn Betty at some point before that. But oh, wait, you're all going to go after Granny in Pennsylvania? Okay, you're all fine now, and I'll never disparage you again. I'll sign this paper that says I won't disparage you.
And then we have further into this, we have Brittany questioning Julia's credentials with the military dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, the same thing I'm being.
Month and a half. Julia and I have not talked that much. Our back and forth has been very vague. I probably have all of 10 text messages between me and her at the most. Our conversations, you know, I don't even know that I've ever had a phone call with Julia. If I did, it was brief. It was always text message. One thing I never understood is how she would be allowed with dogs that belong to the military. So for April T, from
wow.
Yep. Did he have dogs from the military? Because Julia has 2 dogs.
He was a dog handler. That was what he did.
Did he have the dogs at home with him full time?
You know, we grew older, and I don't know all the details, but yeah, my information's fake, so don't take it for granted.
From my understanding, the dogs are retired. Okay.
Well, not always, but they can be.
The 2 that she has are retired.
Right,
okay. Right. So maybe they do belong to the military, but they, you know, Julia has them. They're taking care of them. Yeah, the dogs are retired, so they're kind of hers. But here's where it gets wonky, you guys, and here's where my problem.
Here's where it gets wonky.
Julia, like I said,
it was like a fucking weapon. That's like a you want pistol, right?
Right. I defended her to the very end.
Here we go.
Yeah, well, not what she's doing. Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna pull up
using the dogs to harass people as a weapon.
No, she's psycho. Julia, I'm gonna.
Oh, Julia, you're psycho.
Play that bit again, Granny.
Uh-oh.
She can't. She fell.
she fell off. But I feel like calling Julia psycho is much more harsh and potentially defamatory than anything Granny ever said.
Absolutely.
That's being claimed in the litigation. Sorry, my dog is barking, so I'm going to mute.
You're all right. I mean, most people know I have particular opinions on Julia Valenti, but even I have never called her psycho.
I might have had enough of Brittany and just kicked entirely. And shit, that was banging your head against the wall. I never knew that Craig always, even back then, never shut the fuck up. At one point, she turns to Nana to try to get away from Craig. Like, holy shit, that's aggravating. But yes, it was absolutely your co-plaintiff, Julie, your co-plaintiff, Brittany Jackson, who questioned your military career, brought up your mother, introduced everybody to Jeff and your mother to dig into them under the grounds that you were missing, who called you a psycho, who said that your intentions were not good, that you were lying about your military career, and so much more. It was all your co-plaintiff. That's why you have nothing to back it up that it was me. That's why you emailed me a week before signing that paper, because you fucking knew it wasn't me. But you had no problem, you jealous, envious psycho, trying to flip my world upside down because of your insecurities.
Wow.
I'm so glad your buddy Nick threw you back under the radar, because I forgot about you, bitch. Jules Valenti.
We'll just call you VC now, victim in chief.
Yeah, what a ridiculous thing to say.
Because that he's once again trying to put it in the criminal context. Because that's what how they do it in the criminal courts. They call, you know, they give the victim a say in how the case is treated, right?
Oh, that's what they did with Nick's victims in court.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So everything is in a criminal framework for him because he's a fucking criminal.
This is insane to me. And it's literally insane that like he's even around. I can't get over that.
It's very interesting how just recently Brittany can't even remember Julia's actual name and is intent on now calling her Julie, like she never knew her, never spoke to her. She wasn't a mod for Brittany.
Right.
That she didn't turn her back on Brittany whenever Brittany pulled that nasty little move on Muscles and Mascara. And it's just a very interesting situation, but yet Nick wants to claim that she's victim in chief. Is that why you're so angry, Brittany? That you aren't victim in chief? Is that what you wanted? It's very odd.
Very odd.
Granny, I cannot imagine the kind of stress that you and Barbecue have gone through all of this. And I know it's particularly stressful right now because there's like stuff going on with the court and the appeals process, but I just hope that you see that what he's doing right now is an absolute sign of his distress. If you watch what his live without the sound and look at the look in his eyes and the look on his face, what you see is terror, absolute fucking terror in his eyes. He is shitting bricks and he's just pulling out whatever he can do while trying to remain some semblance of dignity. So, but he's not, there's nothing dignified about him. They're going to lose, in my opinion. And this is just the last clutches at trying to grab something. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and I think what he's trying to grab is support from this side, because now he lost the green team side, right? You failed, you floundered. Nothing you said has come true. Sebastian's no longer trending, so he doesn't give a fuck to pretend any longer to be a private investigator for Sebastian's case. He needs fucking viewers, and his way to get it is by going at Brittany and having, I guess, anybody over here who is willing to accept on that basis.
Agree. He's trying to win people from this side to him.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what I'm saying. He's trying to compromise people from this side that will give him information that he could potentially use. He's trying to win people over.
Yeah. I mean, just a few weeks ago, he was threatening to sue other creators. All right, that actually made me laugh. I won't call your mama. I promise. Have a good day.
Remember, okay, so just
Thank
remember,
you, Alyssa.
Remember the other things that he's
Melissa.
done in the like he's threatened to sue creators. He's also put out an APB for UA's information, right?
Oh yeah.
He also put out a notice saying, hey, if you're a doe, contact us. Now, if you're a doe, that means you're one of the defendants. So he's basically saying, if you're a defendant and you want us to sue you and name you in these papers, raise your hand.
Right. If you think you're a doe, raise your hand. Who the fuck would do that?
Right. And
there are no other does. You never named them. You never named them in lower court. You can't name them now. That's why I said he's looking for a second litigation or something. And that's me pulling the, oh, poor me, I'm the scapegoat. I didn't realize what I was getting into. Fuck you. You said confidently that you had two other attorneys read over the lawsuit and that they said you have very good standing to win. Don't try to change it now. You had plenty of people warning you.
And I think he was banking on people thinking that by him saying, if you're a doe, that means you're a victim. And then he would turn that into, people just contacting him and then turn that. He's just desperate for any kind of information.
I think he's just desperate for attention, Lynn. I don't even think it's information at this point. No information is going to change this litigation. None at all.
No,
what he's desperate for is attention. That's what I think he's desperate for.
I think he would like attention and also anything that could push it along. He still wants to push it along.
Yeah, I think he's trying to redraw the lines of the playing field. Like, let's play a new game now. And no, you can't do that at this point. It's way, way too late, son.
He's saying like, oh, let's all come together. Let's all come together. We're looking for some civility and blah, 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 whatever he's saying. He's trying to act like he didn't just rip this whole community upside down and accuse us of operating a RICO. That's what the fuck he's trying to do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, Brittany, you're the one creating the divide. We're looking for unity. He's not looking for fucking unity. He's looking for attention. And Brittany is too. And the more Nick goes at Brittany, Brittany's viewers were higher because Nick was going at her. Nick's viewers were higher because he was going at her. And all these people ever care about at the end of the day is views. That's it for them. Mia says, it's ironic AF. People who taunted shit out of Nick now regret it as if they didn't know how litigious he is from the beginning. Beats him taunted the fuck out of Nick and now acts like he was right. I don't know if he taunted Nick at all, actually.
That's one of those perspective things, because I think theoretically it can be said about everybody who has an opinion on the internet, really. What you perceive as speaking your truth can be categorized by somebody else as taunting or baiting or whatever. It is what it is. That's why we're all here. We all have opinions.
No, what happened was Nick taunted the fuck out of everybody and people responded to him. Like B. Tim said earlier, Nick said that he was
Exactly.
interfering in Sebastian's case and da-da-da-da-da. Like Nick has made a lot of wild allegations against people, and people defended themselves against it.
And one of the natural outcomes of Nick saying all the stuff that he did about Brittany is now Brittany and reality are making all of your arguments for you. It's not against the law to talk on the internet.
Right. But when yeah, right. Exactly. But the whole file is based on talking on the internet. Love that.
Exactly.
Stitchin said he has no power, and I'm thinking he has paid agitators. Notice how they fuck with QB and then apologize to her, flip-flopped. Yeah, because they need her. They need her audience. They need her reach. He needs her panel. These guys have tried every other way to get everybody to pay attention to him, and nothing has worked. And now he figured out something that works, and he's going to try to ride it out as far as he can. No, Nick has no power whatsoever to do anything.
I do find that particularly funny that he's almost speaking like he is, you know, a lawyer.
Yeah, because
It's
because
interesting.
he is. He's the Scrivener of this litigation. He is the runner of this litigation. He fucking knows it, and that's why he presents himself as it. Just sold away that he was the one doing it.
And if anyone is tempted to sell out to this asshole, you this is what imagine what you will look like at the end of it.
Imagine what he'll do with it.
Yeah,
the guy's
exactly.
conniving. And I love the fact that he said, oh, he got permission from the lawyers to do what he's doing, because that's even better for us when it comes before the judges. So Lasniak's okay with you. I'm no longer interfering with the investigation. I'm no longer this big hardened criminal. I'm no longer breaking all these criminal counts. Suddenly everything's A-okay. Okay.
Exactly.
They hope if they smooth it over, they'll get attention on the games they are playing. It's so gross. It's so obvious. They're trying to distract, man. I'm telling you.
And just on a personal level, just as a callback to Julia, because Julia is involved in another missing persons case where she has showed up a daily at Dollar Short with her 2 doggies to go for a little walk, and has apparently caused some friction, shall we say, in a situation. I'm just asking Nick, is Julia going to be the victim in chief whenever you try to sue these people? Just asking, just curious. Maybe you could let us know. Is this going to be like a series? I don't know.
What case are you talking about? What does she involve herself in?
A case in your state of a missing person. I can give you the dates elsewhere.
Oh.
Yeah, there's shenanigans afoot.
Nonsense. I have actually reached out to those specific news organizations as a PR professional and said, you owe it to your viewers to update your news, your viewers. You owe it to your viewers to update them about the status of this litigation.
Yeah.
And I didn't do this in hiding. I also did it on Twitter as well.
Yep. And they do. Well, that Tennessee one reached out to Barbecue and I to do an interview. It aired, remember? Barbecue did it. I just gave a verbal statement, but yeah. Who will be the payer in chief of these damages is my question. Mm-hmm. That's what they're now questioning too. They're going to pass the bag to each other.
Well, that's what they're preparing for right now.
Right. But people saying like they're going to leave Brittany hanging with the bag. It's not up to them. Like these guys have no fucking power. We're in the position of power because we won.
Yep.
They don't have the final say on anything. Right.
Yeah,
I thought even Brittany, and I will give Brittany that credit. Even Brittany said like, oh, I thought this had to do with Sebastian. Oh, did you, Brittany? Are you just figuring out now that it fucking didn't? Shut the fuck up.
Meanwhile, her best friend is telling everybody that it's nothing to do with Sebastian. It's all very, it's like, could you maybe just have a conversation and try to make things make sense? You're not helping your own people here. You're confusing your own folk. That's why they're so crazy.
Last night, BJ said we all need to go our own ways. Now we need to go our own ways. Fuck you. I begged you for fucking years to leave me alone.
You can go your own way.
Yeah, I even played that song while saying it, and she still didn't.
This is real life. This is her real life, but it's just YouTube for everybody else, apparently.
Right. And now that is impacting her, now that she's gonna have somebody like Nick coming at her, now is her real life, right? I wonder how it feels, Brittany, to be on the receiving end of a man who admittedly says that he is the king and the principal and creator of AI. Good luck to you, Brittany. You're gonna see how scary these people can be.
Screenshot this. We visit the same place, and he is exactly somebody who I've had in mind for quite some time. I hope he listens, because he would be the man for the job.
Oh, screenshot this said, I brought up your case in that Umbrella Guys chat the other day and he piqued his interest. I sent him an email. That's awesome.
Yep, he's a smart dude who's
'Cause-
seen some shenanigans.
my biggest thing is that other families need to be warned, right? Like I'm telling you, Nick is good at presenting himself as half normal.
Yep.
People need to be warned. They're looking for the next big thing. He's trying it. He's trying to get whatever he can as quickly as he can because he craves to feel like he's famous.
Yep.
He wants to feel important. He wants to feel needed. Look what he did to Sebastian Rogers' case. It is crazy.
Yep.
Right. There's
And it's-
people like Nick you can't fight with.
It's also a very dangerous mixture, in my opinion, because you have an element of mixing a missing child case with a very heavy political side piece. And it's unfortunate, but it has been done by those people. I would wonder why, if personally, I would wonder why a parent like Seth Rogers would not be finding out why these people, this team, this investigative agency, or whatever they're calling themselves this week, who said that Trump was coming to help find my son. Where is Trump? Did Granny scare him off too?
Seth is just as bad. You know, I mean, in the beginning, you could say the guy was vulnerable and he fell for it. But now, going this long and after everything we've seen from him, no, he's birds of a feather always flock together. He got rid of every professional and aligned himself with all these people. And I'm with you, screenshot this. This case is important to all YouTubers because they tried setting a new standard, calling it a fucking RICO through social media. So anybody who covers commentary from the same direction or the same perspective, they're going to try to say can be a RICO organization. It impacts everybody's speech on here.
It's a very dangerous precedent to set.
Absolutely. It's a slippery slope. It's insane.
Mhm.
And then like picking up the other day that Brittany signed under oath of different states, Texas, Florida, New York, validates even further that they were trying to use me. They couldn't go after barbecue solely because they couldn't make it a RICO. But if they put 2 or more people in it, called it a RICO with a bunch of unnamed does, then they were going to try to take it into federal court, which is why they kept mentioning federal court. And they were going to go after the YouTubers in different states. But hitting them with the slap literally slapped down their plans for that. And that's the only reason they didn't do it, because that was going to be their goal. That's why they kept saying it's going to be federal. It's a federal lawsuit. We're going to come to your state. We're going to drag you from this state and that state.
Well, again, you have Brittany's best friend who's very keen at bringing up the prior bad acts of other people on YouTube, claiming how that makes them evil people, bad people. They're just awful. That primarily Granny and Queen Bee. But yet somehow they have a whole like blank spot whenever it comes to Nick, that the man has a very interesting federal conviction of his own and has served time and is still on parole. It's just,
well, now they're
it's
acknowledging that way.
It's a choice.
Now they're acknowledging that. Now they're acknowledging who the real issue is.
But
now they're
it's always
acknowledging that
been
Nick's a
weird.
felon.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have both. Either that makes everybody bad, or in the words of Brittany's best friend, is there not room for redemption for people? If he is justified of having redemption, where is the redemption for other people? I ask you that from somebody who claims to be going to a 12-step recovery group. You cannot deny redemption for other people if you deserve it too, Lemon.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Bernadette. And the fact that, like I said, I know I get how YouTube works. I get how we find entertainment. For some of us, we get to log in, we get to enthrall ourselves in other people's drama that doesn't really impact us and whatever, whatnot. But this is one case, this is one time where these people really did destroy my fucking life. And it's a mockery. It's a fucking mockery. This whole debate with B10, this whole weekend of fucking uproar and all of it is a fucking mockery to what I've been through.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I appreciate you ladies, as always. Such a pleasure.
We appreciate you, Granny. And look, there's some very good things that have come out of the past couple of days. It doesn't feel like it right now, but there really are. So just keep your cool. You know exactly what's going on here. You know that they're just trying to stir the pot, and let them do all the things that they're going to do, because every time that they, just like all of us, every time that they open their mouths, every time that they create this chaos that they're doing, that's another piece of evidence.
Yeah, but
They're
it's
leaving a
and it's
trail.
another lawyer bill to pay to get the evidence
True.
into the courtroom and having to wait until it gets to the court. It's not as quick and easy as people think it is. Like
No.
people are like, yeah, get this is going to be great for the judge. Yeah, when we fucking get there, and it's a long ways away. You know what I
But
mean?
they're
Like
only-
everything.
They're only
The
making
idea of this
noise
man even
now.
crawling around where I'm at just makes me physically fucking ill.
Yes, I get that, and I get also where barbecue was feeling the same vibe, where it's just a little too close for comfort right now. But I get the strong impression that they're making noise as a last minute Hail Mary, and that tells you a lot.
Maybe I don't want their Hail Mary.
No,
We don't need
no.
one. We
I
didn't
don't
fight
think
this far
even
and come this far to fucking
No.
bow down to Nick and act like all's good and gravy and we can just go ahead and make peace and let bygones be bygones. No.
No. Well, it brings you back to where you started of, somebody can't make an offer that isn't on the table for a first, it's not even a serious offer. It didn't go through, lawyers, nothing. You can't just say something on YouTube and expect that to be taken in court.
Yeah.
They know that. They know what they're doing. They're playing a game.
Unserious
appreciate you.
lawsuit, unserious offer, unserious person, unserious people, and it's really fucking shitty that people have had to sit here and pay thousands of dollars for their
That's
freedom.
what I mean. It might be unserious, in all those aspects, but it was very serious to me in my real life and my financials and my mental health and everything else I've been through.
It's been seriously fucking impactful to two people.
Yeah.
That's what's so shitty about it, is that these unserious fucking people can have such a serious impact. But anyway,
Yes,
for having me.
it's unbelievable.
Can I make a last moment appeal on that note? Granny has home training, unlike some other people. But as Shady wanted to call me a shill or a simp for Granny, I would like to appeal to everybody that if you have even $1 that you could spare, please do take your time and try to donate that to Granny's legal fund. The links will be in the chat by the lovely mods, because all of that support helps, whether it's $1, $10. If you can help, please do so. If you can make a super chat, please do so. If you
Thank
can
you, Lynn.
afford a membership, please do so. All of those things all add up. They are all important. So we appreciate all your support, because every penny literally counts. There
Thank
you go.
you.
Record
I
that,
appreciate
Shady.
that. Yeah, fuck you, Shady. All right, guys, I will see you on the flip side.
Fuck
Bye,
you,
Granny.
Shady.
Thank you.
Donate to the fund.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Lynn. I'm going to drop you guys all off in a weird place, but I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't, please consider hitting a thumbs up. Fletcher, thank you so much. I did get the email about that. Thank you. Thank you for the Venmo and the PayPal as well. Give it a try. I'm going to drop you into a weird zone. I'm trying something different. So I don't know. We'll see what we see. But I do tell you, there's some interesting shit taking place over there. And I want to piss off somebody that talked a lot of shit about our community while over there. And I think we got to show them the truth. So I will see you all around. Thank you for spending a day with me. Interesting topics. I trust in our people. I saw you say, Stitchin', nobody over here will sell out to them. And I full-heartedly believe that 110%. I know that. We know that. They don't know that. And I can't stand them. Oh, it's weird. We'll see. You'll see. Bye, friends. See you on the other side.